looking in the mirror. Be a dog.
105.1 and 1080.
We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs.
The Fan.
Hey, what it do?
Ahoy!
What is up?
Come on, I'm eating a milk dud.
FM nerds.
I love milk duds. I missed time.
Why do you have milk duds?
I thought I had more milk dud time than I did.
Yeah, that's a tough proposition for radio. Those take a while.
Yeah, it's poor planning on my part. I thought I could get a milk dud. Like Buck started his update, and I figured I had like a minute, and I thought that was enough time to
No
get
update at the top anymore, remember?
I know.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, I thought like I had an extra minute. No update. All of a sudden, my milk dud time goes from like a minute down to like a 25-second open, and that's just poor planning. You know what? I need to be better than that. Hey, the season's upon us, man. I gotta be better. I gotta be better than mistiming that milk dud. So, I apologize.
Where'd you get the milk duds?
The Tunger's office.
Oh, yeah?
The great Sam Tung.
He's got milk duds in there now?
Well, he's got a candy dish, and I don't know who fills the candy dish because it's not him. There's some sort of note that says who the candy dish is filled by, and whoever does it, it's a solid job. You get a nice mixture. Yeah, right now I think there's some Reese's peanut butter cups. We got some milk duds. There was the other day we had some we had a payday. It was like a Baby Ruth.
What are we gonna do when he leaves? You know,
Yeah,
when they fire him.
we need a candy person.
I mean, when he moves on to a great new gig.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Well, can't we just assign a
Are you gonna pick up the slack?
You don't want me in charge of that.
No, we don't.
No.
Is that kind of like you taking on the water jug?
Well,
The candy bowl would be filled once, and then that would be it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, shots fired.
Now wait a minute.
Just
I think you
messing
took
around.
that a little personally right there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing as how the only other person to fill the water jug, other than Dusty handed me cash once.
Yeah.
The only other person to fill the water jug besides me
Mhm.
around here
Yeah.
is Patrick Harris.
Really?
Yes.
That's a little bit of an upset.
And I'm just saying the same thing would happen with a candy bowl. Someone
Yeah,
would take ownership of it.
that's right.
They do it once. Someone else might do it, and then that would be the end of that.
Well, it's not the end of the water. I just, I gotta get a new one. I'll get a new one.
Well, I could tell you that I'm gonna fill the candy dish up, or that I'd bring in a candy dish,
Tell you what.
and what would happen is, it would get filled up sporadically. It wouldn't be something you can count on. When you go by the Tunger's office, quite frankly, I'm a little disappointed when I don't see candy. You need that sugar rush, and more often than not, there is candy there. With me, it'd be the exact opposite. It would be more along the lines of when you did see candy, you'd be like, "Oh my God, candy!" But it wouldn't be something you could count on. That I am not a dependable candy person. That's a no-go. But I know that about myself. It's important to understand your limitations.
Who's the best candy guy in this building?
Well, I would say Cooley has an ample supply, but he does one candy, and it's kind of a he does high chews. That's all.
I love the high chew.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the high chew. I'm not saying that there is.
You're just not getting variety.
But that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a little played out. Like it's been like 6 months of just high chews. Cooley, throw in a Skittles. How about a gummy bear, something? You can't just do high chews. You know, you're a high chew specialist at this point. Mix it up, change it up. But he's consistent with his one thing. But he's like a relief pitcher. He's got one pitch. We need some variety.
I just think that a lot of this falls on Odyssey.
the overlords to have a candy run?
Like this is what you get when you just cut everything and you just let people have to bring in all the accoutrement.
Yeah.
They fight. And it gets ugly.
There's infighting.
And you create a bad culture.
Yeah.
Okay, Jason?
Well, I'll tell you right now.
You know,
I'm very happy with the candy culture. Now, that is one man, but between Cooley's High Chews, which we'll do in a pinch, and the Tunger delivering quality milk duds and Baby Ruths, not to mention the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, might be the gold standard of all candy, I'm not in a position to complain. We're doing all right, but if something happens to Tung, are you counting on Kurt Ludwig to step up and be a candy guy?
No.
I don't think
I'm
so.
counting on Odyssey, Portland.
I'm thinking maybe Johnny.
Stepping up. Johnny, yeah, Johnny be
I
good.
feel like Johnny might be able to do that.
You get
Yeah.
that? Johnny be good.
He's over there. I see what you did there. He's over there rocking a mullet. I feel like maybe he enjoys some candy from time to time.
Johnny Lude's a candidate?
No.
Nah. It'd come out of his own pocket. He's not doing that. Johnny Luz hasn't spent his own money on anything in like 11 years. That man's it's just a series of free pullovers. He's not buying candy. It's the exact opposite. If you want to make sure that the candy dies, you put Ludwig in charge. Now, if we gave him, like if he had like a candy stipend, maybe, but I also think he would siphon some of that off. If you gave him $20, I think you're getting $11 worth of candy and $9 in Johnny's pocket. I think that's the way that's going.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Did you see the big news today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got the royal wedding.
Yep.
The American royal wedding.
Yep.
By the way, man,
Travis and Taylor are engaged
this engagement ring stuff has got to stop.
to be wed. What do you mean? What happened?
Well, we talked about the Bezos ring, and then who else? There was someone
Cristiano
else.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. Did you see the T-Swizzle ring?
No, how much?
I didn't either.
I don't know, but it's like, look at that thing.
Well, but if you were engaged to a woman who's worth $1 billion,
yeah.
don't you have? I mean, you can't.
I don't. That
You can't get chintzy there.
Yeah,
We can't
You have
keep-
to go big.
We can't keep normalizing this.
Well, but it's not normal. There are 3 people in the world, and you just name them that can buy a
Oh,
ring
man.
like
There are a
that.
lot of people
That is not normal.
a lot of pressure right now on delivering giant rings. And I say it's like the Tooth Fairy thing. At what point do we draw a line and say no more? The Tooth Fairy now, do you know, for some people, it's running at $10.
Yeah.
Tooth inflation. Buckley is going to have to take a second job here to dole out Tooth Fairy money.
Well, that's up to the Tooth Fairy.
And we all know who that is.
Yeah, that ain't Buck. Yeah, look at the size of this thing.
No, it's a fairy that comes at night and gives money.
Yeah, looks nice.
She's got a hubcap on her finger.
Well, what did you expect?
Something more reasonable. Come on.
Are you serious?
No. And by the way, the other one too. Is that like the most beautiful like garden in the world? Where that like what? Did she
Listen,
was she not aware of what was going on? He was like, "Hey, honey, would you like to walk through the most gorgeous garden in the world while we're both dressed to the nines?" Oh, surprise engagement.
you know it's for the gram.
Yeah, it's gotta be for the gram.
And I was thinking about them today when I saw this. I'm like, is there any other way they could have gotten engaged? There really isn't.
Yeah.
They're sort of beholden to the masses. They're
Yeah.
so popular.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to announce your engagement on the gram. Now you could do a fake engagement thing, like they may have set that up.
Yeah.
And he proposed
Somewhere
in
else, and
private
then,
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that may be true.
Yeah.
But come on, man.
Yeah.
When you're Travis and Taylor,
Yeah.
it's all for the G. And by the way, this wedding
Mhm.
is going to be bananas.
Yes, it is it's the closest thing we have to a royal
my
wedding.
God.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be the who's who event, like
Yes.
sports pop culture crossover event of the
Yes.
century.
Who won't be there besides us?
Well, that's going to be in the news. Who didn't get an invite?
Who won't be there?
I did enjoy that. By the way, let me state for the record that I like Taylor Swift way more than I do Travis Kelce.
I agree.
Yeah, I have nothing against Travis Kelce. He seems very bro-y, but you know, whatever. He seems like he's a nice enough guy.
El Travidor.
I think Taylor Swift is delightful. Not my kind of music, but she seems just like a good person, and she's handled fame at a young age better than maybe anybody. And I did enjoy your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married. Bravo. That's a nice little, that's what she said. That was her announcement.
Okay.
On Twitter, Twitter and Instagram.
She's English teacher though.
Yeah, she's like the nerdy kind. Well, she's worth $1 billion, but yes.
I mean, I get the gym teacher.
Boy, that's awfully reductive, isn't it?
Dude,
A little bit.
If you walked into your English class in like 11th grade and you took away the $1 billion, look, like Taylor Swift is not, this isn't Salma Hayek or someone. If you did away with all the money, she just looks like a cute, normal little English teacher that you may have a crush on. Travis Kelce 100% looks like a gym teacher that wings dodgeballs at autistic kids. That's like 100%.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, floor hockey time, boys. We're going to throw some elbows. Got a little something fun out there. Like, that works. I just thought that was a nice little, I enjoyed it. English teacher, gym teacher getting married. Bravo.
I'd like to know who will be paying for the wedding. Do you think that she just pays for it?
She just pays for it.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
it's her parents, right? Her parents pay?
Well, but that's
Travis Kelce's worth
No,
probably
of course
25,
she pays.
$35 million.
I bet they both go in on it, but it's
but
mostly
this is
her.
what I want to know. Like, if you're let's say you're his parents, do you say, hey, yeah, we'll
You say, what can
well,
we do?
yeah,
and
what
then you
can we
show
do?
up.
Right.
Mama Kelsey bakes some cookies.
What can we do for you?
Her tour made $1.5 billion.
No, I get it. I'm saying, like, what if you're his, like, do you just assume that she takes care of it? Do you offer? Do you say, "Hey, I'll pick up these drinks tonight"?
Yeah,
Tay, congratulations.
I
What
don't-
do you get her for a gift? Like, what do you do?
I don't know. So he has made $111 million. So we chop that, right, in half. He's pulled in 55, 60 mil, got some endorsements or whatever. Let's say he's worth, he probably got 40 million bucks sitting around somewhere. The dude's doing fine. She's got $1 billion. I think she pays for.
And it's just understood.
Yeah. I think he bought the ring. I think he went big, spent a couple million bucks on the ring. I think the check.
Couple mil.
Yeah, that's a couple mil. Like that thing is like the size of a hubcap.
Oof.
So he went a couple mil on that.
He knows that's his portion.
That's his portion.
Yeah.
He spent a couple mil, and now when it comes to the wedding, that's a Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay's on the hook for that. And the bride's family is supposed to pay for the wedding.
But
and
that'll just be her.
That'll just
That's
be her.
what I was saying about his family. They're supposed to pay for like rehearsal dinner and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just offer.
Yeah,
You're just like, hey, yeah, we'll
yeah, why not?
yeah.
Unless the rehearsal
And
dinner,
then you're fully expecting her to go, no, don't worry about it. I got everything.
I got everything. Again,
I'm Taylor Swift.
yes, I believe that
Just a
the
huge
bills in that
flex.
household are 90-10. Do you have a wealthy friend that you do this with?
Wealthy? No.
Yeah.
Not really.
I have a friend or two that make infinitely more money than I do. And it's just known, like, if we go out to like get like cheesesteaks, I got the cheesesteaks. That's
You have the cheesesteaks?
yeah, I'll buy the cheese. Like if
He
we're
can't buy you a cheesesteak?
no. Because like when we go someplace nicer, he picks up the tab. Right? If we're going someplace that's like a nice high end, he always picks up the tab. And I'm like, cool. But I know that if we're going out to get just sandwiches, then that's my turn. Break out the wallet, drinks, like a round of drinks, that's on me. There's levels to this game. So I think when Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are together, he knows what he should be paying for because he's rich. But when they're chartering a private plane to fly overnight to the nicest restaurant in France and then fly home, that ain't on him.
Well, but isn't there an idea too that if you suggest something,
Yeah.
you may be on the hook for it?
Sure.
In other words, it's like, hey, Tay-Tay,
Yeah.
let's go to Vegas this weekend.
Yeah. Then
Then that's on you,
that's
right?
on you. Yeah.
Even though it's Taylor Swift on the
Yes.
other end of the...
Unless she's like, yeah,
But
but I want the nicest.
I want a suite
I
at the
want a
Wynn.
suite at the Wynn, and I got the, and then he's like, whoa,
Whoa,
honey.
whoa.
honey.
We were talking Planet Hollywood here.
And next thing you know, she's like, I got this. Calls are made, and
Yeah.
I watched an interview once on one of those like True Hollywood. What did they used to? Was that the True Hollywood story? I think that's what it was called.
I don't know.
And they were doing a thing on Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes that were married,
Yeah.
and
Gone too soon.
gone too soon. So sad.
Can't believe it didn't last.
I know, right? True love. And they said that one of the things, because people were like, why? Like, why did Katie Holmes, go for all that? And they were talking about in there that there was an inside source that said Katie had never experienced true A-list lifestyle. So Katie Holmes was an actress and was doing just fine, but then Tom comes in. And even when you're a big time actress, having Tom Cruise money and sway is sweep you off your feet what the, blank. Like when someone shows up in their private jet and they're flying it themselves and is like, yeah, we're going to fly across the world for 24 hours and we're staying at the nicest place and we're staying at the nicest meal. Like that's different than being Katie Holmes. That's different than being Travis Kelce. There's levels to this game. And she is at a level that I don't think anyone normal can comprehend, including Travis Kelce. And when they were on, I listened to that podcast when they were together, the New Heights podcast. He basically admits it, that he had no idea what he was getting into and the level of,
Well, yeah.
whoa.
Well,
You
yes,
can't.
because he's a meathead.
No one can.
He's a meathead, but he's clearly doing something right.
Yes, but that's
Well,
what I'm saying. There's no way. If you started dating the Mrs. Bass, you're living in that
You
world.
think she broke him off some?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Nothing?
Well, I mean,
Like, didn't a couple milli? Like,
no.
that could change his life.
I think he got a
You know.
handful of crumpled $100 bills and it was thrown at him and said, "Get."
What's his name?
I don't know. He's some school teacher, and it didn't last. You know why? Because that dude can't comprehend what it's like going from being a school teacher to being with someone that's worth $30 billion.
Dan Jewett.
Yeah. Not touching that.
Why not?
I don't know.
Dan.
It's just different.
So I'm gonna look up Dan Jewett net worth.
And yes, Buck is right. Travis Kelce is navigating this as well as anyone could conceivably navigate.
Because it seems like he has no business getting as far as he has in this game.
No, he's done great. There's no question.
Yeah.
But I do think that he probably should have known what he was getting into. Like, she's the world's biggest star.
Well, now the bigger question is, do we think they're in it for the long haul, or how long does this go on?
No, I think they're great.
It's celebrities, man. Nothing's in it for the long haul, but
I think they're great.
They seem pretty genuine.
I think they last. I think they have kids. He's getting ready to retire.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and so he'll just
that's perfect.
Yes. He'll just get to be Mrs.
Travis
Taylor.
Kelce, stay at home, Mr. Swift.
Heck yeah.
They signed. Okay, so Mackenzie Scott and Dan Jewett signed a separation contract, which addresses the division of property and debts. A separation contract under Washington law is when you say to your spouse, "We're going to get divorced, and we can work out all the details ourselves. Let's write it up on an agreement, and we'll just notify the court that we'd figured everything out." And so that's what they have done here. Yeah, dude, he got some money.
Okay.
She paid him money.
Got a little something.
That dude's life has changed forever.
Got a little something.
He might even be like, "Dude, this is the best of both worlds." 2 years with her, divorce. Now I'm gonna go live in the woods.
Well, someone pointed out, Selma Hayek is worth $200 million, which is great, and probably lives a life that you can't even comprehend. Her husband is worth $26 billion. Something tells me that when Salma Hayek got with Francis Henri Pinault, Henri, who kind of is an ugly old Italian guy.
Yeah, but he's rich.
Dude, he owns Gucci and Saint Laurent and all this. Yeah, something tells me that Salma at $200 million was like, how could my life get any more luxurious? And they were like, watch this. Sprinkle, sprinkle, 25 bill. It's a different ball game. It's just a different ball game. Taylor Swift couldn't
Well, I'm
even...
up to give it a try, Mackenzie. We're about the same age,
yeah,
aren't we?
she's single now.
She's cute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's super cute.
How old is she? Mackenzie.
She might be the most eligible bachelorette in the world now.
55.
Now that T Swizzle's off the market, she might be the number one. That's like the number one catch.
She's the top catch.
Yes.
Think I might give it a shot. Sorry, honey.
What's the lottery up to now? Like 750?
810.
810?
Or 815, I heard.
And what's this gal worth?
Oh, God. 50 billion?
Yeah, something tells me it's a little, quit playing the lottery. Start hitting on this
60 billion. God.
I think think about this.
She's just up the road in
You
Seattle.
have better odds of marrying her than you do of winning the lottery. 100%.
That is correct.
Way better.
That is correct. Guess I better get started, huh?
Yeah, you're a beefcake.
Send her a couple tapes of the show.
Get up there.
Cassettes.
Well,
Hey, pop these in.
Travis Kelce did it. He full on stalked her and made a public plea, and it worked. Start your courtship. You're gonna have to get divorced.
Do you remember it started because
Yeah.
he said he was going to the concert and he
Yes.
hoped he could exchange
the
friendship bracelets,
yes.
and then it didn't happen, and he bitched about it online, and,
And
it
it
became
worked.
a thing. It
And
worked.
it worked.
It totally worked.
You're right, though. I have a little problem.
Yeah.
I'm married.
Yeah.
So I'll just stay. I'll stay with
Stay with
Nurse
Nurse
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
She's great.
It's all right.
Not $60 billion great. But
Understand.
great. All right, everybody. My drop board is not working. I'm going to go find an engineer. We will get started with who's ready for more of the Spencer Rattler show?
Yeah.
Next on The Fan.
New ownership is coming to Rip City.
The report this morning is that Tom Dundon, who is the owner of the
catching the fillings right now
I know.
while staring at a Jim Levitt mugshot.
Yeah, he got arrested.
Does he kind of look like the, is that the cold miser? Remember that old Rudolph? Look at the mugshot. He's got a...
Who's the cold miser?
Wasn't there a heat miser and a cold miser in that it was like Yukon Jack, like the Christmas special?
I know exactly what you're talking about, and yes, he does. He looks like one of those little like claymation evil guys.
Yeah. Like if I had like a 1970s evil cartoon and someone was trying to ruin Christmas, wouldn't it be Jim Levitt's mugshot? He's kind of got a little smirk on his face, and
He looks like an evil elf or something.
yeah, he's got a lot of like weird tension that's holding his hair up. Maybe I had some sort of domestic dispute there.
Yeah, who had Jim Levitt getting arrested on today's bingo card?
Well, I mean, he does have a bit of a temper. In case you were
Yeah.
were
Wasn't he
wondering.
the one that? Well, he coached at Oregon.
He coached at
If
Oregon.
you don't know,
And he and Cristobal had it out frequently and publicly.
So if you don't,
wasn't he the one that drank like 800 Diet Cokes a
yeah,
day?
he's a
Yeah.
Diet Coke guy. He got fired from South Florida for smacking and like choking players, I believe. But there was it didn't really get talked about because like Oregon kind of runs a real hush hush sort of thing. But Levitt basically quiet quit on Cristobal, refused to recruit, refused to coach. And supposedly there's a rumor that there was a physical altercation between the two. I don't have that as 100% confirmation, but
There's rumblings.
there's rumblings there where it sounds like Cristobal, who's a big guy and like his martial arts trained, sounds like Cristobal had to open a can on Jim Levitt, and then
Little Tom Cable situation.
yeah, a little Tom Cable situation, and that basically it was just like, we're gonna ride this out. We don't want to make this any more public, and basically just shut up and you'll get your money and go away at the end of the year.
And he was pretty good for Oregon, but they were oil and water.
Yeah.
Well, what's not to like about Mario Cristobal?
Well, if you take Mario Cristobal and then you take Jim, it's the same person. One's just
roll, brother.
different color hair, but they're all just uber aggressive and angry all
But
the
wasn't
time.
Levitt a defensive guy?
Yeah, Levitt's a defensive guy.
And Mario's an offensive guy.
Well,
I mean,
Mario,
offensive line.
he's an
Mario's
offensive
a
lineman.
guy.
Yeah, he's a guy.
So does Levitt hold his own in that fight or no?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Sounds like
Mario's pretty tough.
Mario's a big guy, and it sounds like Mario was at least back in the day was a trained guy.
Yeah. Oh, he had there's videos of him after big Oregon wins doing like MMA fight moves in celebration in the locker room. He's he's way
The
into it.
T.
Yeah, he's got
And his name's Mario.
There's stories about like him and his brother like
Yeah.
whooping ass of like criminals robbing convenience stores down in Miami when they were kids. Like,
I mean,
he's
look,
a fighter.
if you had a fight and all you told me, the only information I knew
Yeah.
was that they were both men.
Yeah.
One is named Mario and one is named Jim.
take Mario.
I'm taking Mario 100%
Hey,
of
Mario,
the time.
hey. And he's just Cristobal's just a big giant guy. Levitt relies on old anger, and I think Mario relies on actual ability. And plus, it sounds like here this was like he like
Hey, old anger's pretty powerful.
it is underrated.
Yeah, it's
big time.
very underrated.
it's that idea.
It's a lifetime of resentment.
Well, now that
I just see red. I don't need any training. When I get angry, man, I see red. That's all I need.
The annual question of who would win in a coach's Royal Rumble? Would it be Mario Cristobal?
In college,
College football coaches Royal Rumble.
Didn't we've already talked
No,
about
this comes up every year
Yeah,
on
it comes
Twitter
up
and
every year.
everywhere.
Kyle Whittingham
Yeah, that's a popular
comes
choice.
to mind.
Whittingham comes to mind.
He's
Cristobal-
old though.
He's certainly in the conversation.
He's got that old man strength.
Yeah, Whittingham's like 60, but in phenomenal shape.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know who went. Like you'd have to go through. There's probably some sleepers, but Cristobal gets a bye.
Who's the Colorado State guy?
or
Or no, maybe Nevada? Or used to coach at Colorado State?
he used to coach at Colorado.
Remember that
State.
guy? Jay Norvell.
Yeah,
He's pretty put together.
Norvell.
You ever seen him?
Yeah, row the boat. PJ Fleck's kind of a jacked guy. Again, I don't know. Like
I think PJ gets getting his ass kicked by a lot of coaches.
Well, Cristobal, I think knows how to fight. You got to find someone that's got a black. I think Mario's like a black belt in Taekwondo.
He
or
is.
something.
Let me retract my Jay Norvell.
You're pulling it back.
Look, Google image doesn't do him any favors.
No.
Okay, I could have sworn he was Jack. Maybe I'm thinking of a different coach.
Could be. So I mean, there's just you don't know who's out there, but Cristobal's getting a bye. He's a top 4 seed. I don't know if he wins the whole thing, but he's certainly in that conversation of and I think he probably wants to. And then Cristobal's the guy that's like, hey man, don't make me do it. Please make me do it. Like he wants a piece of that.
Jim Levitt is facing a felony grand theft charge and misdemeanor charges of simple battery and domestic battery after an incident with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
He allegedly grabbed her by the arm and took her Louis Vuitton purse, among other items. Oh, God.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So the price tag on the purse makes it grand theft?
Yeah, because it's so expensive. It's
Over
$5,000.
$5,000.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's 68 years old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you can't do that, but like, he didn't. He didn't steal the purse. I think he got in a domestic dispute and he was an old curmudgeon and you can't.
So you think he was taking it back? He's like, I gave you that.
Well, I think it was probably one of those things, yeah, where it was something
Give
like
me that back.
Give me that back.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
Where do you think you're going? You
with
yank-
my Louis Vuitton purse.
Yeah. Or she's like tried to leave and he's like, no. And so he grabbed the purse and she ran away. And
What if
still
he
had
has
the
a different
purse.
identity at night? You know what I'm saying? He needs the purse.
It's possible. Again, it's 2025, not here to judge.
That's right.
But I am here to judge in that you can't rough up the ex, Jim. You can't. And
Keep your hands off of women.
or
Pretty
anybody.
simple, isn't it?
Well, men. Yeah. Keep your hands off of people.
Yes. It's not
God.
that. It's not that.
It's really not.
You lost a job because of it in college football, and you were like excommunicado for years, and now you're 68 and you're still doing it. Come on, Jim, get it together.
Okay. Look, we've been avoiding it long enough. Okay.
Mhm.
We were talking just yesterday that we spend way too much time talking about bad quarterbacks,
We do spend a lot of bad.
Let's go.
Yeah.
but rev up the bus. Spencer Rattler edition
Gosh.
is next.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Yeah. If you're a Saints fan, I'm sorry.
We'll be right back. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, it's roster cutdown day in the NFL. Among the notable Seahawks cuts are veteran receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling, linebacker Patrick O'Connell, and former Oregon State and Miami running back Damian Martinez. The Browns are keeping Shadur Sanders on their 53-man roster. He will start the season as QB3 behind both Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. On the diamond, the Mariners started the day a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West. Seattle still in control of that third wildcard spot, now 4 games clear of Rops Royals. Tonight, the M's host the Padres again at T-Mobile with Luis Castillo on the hill. Dylan Cease gets the start for the Friars. First pitch from Soto is at 6:40. The first-place Astros, meanwhile, host the Rockies at 5:10 if you are scoreboard watching. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football, the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Hey, it's Rob for Window Nation. This month, you can save 50% off all window styles at Window Nation. They have over 1,500 styles and colors to choose from. Make your house look all crisp and tidy from the outside, but on the inside, it will save you a bunch of money on your energy bills all year long. Put 0 down, make 0 payments, and pay 0 interest for 2 full years. If you replace all your windows, Window Nation will give you a pair of tickets to go see the Portland Thorns. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They partner with Milgard here locally using high-quality materials with precision fit windows made for our climate, and their customer satisfaction rating is 96%. Oh, and by the way, all their windows, every one you buy, comes with a full lifetime warranty. Window Nation, don't miss out. This is their most popular deal. Schedule a fast, free estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or windownation.com/Portland Thorns. License number OR 249065.
Here we go.
Count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
This is incredible.
Watch your local NFL game live all season long.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance.
And
Wait, on the internet or like
Yeah.
one of our listeners?
no, just internet. This was from go 23 into 24. So
Are you kidding me?
they have top 5: Luke Fickell, Sam Pittman at Arkansas, Whittingham, Freeman, Venables, Cristobal.
Wait, hold on.
I guess that's
Fickle.
6. Luke Fickell.
Yeah, he seems put together.
Sam
and
Pittman,
he seems big
He's big.
and angry.
Pitt-
Pittman's a fat ass.
He's a fat.
Get out of here.
You know, Whittingham.
Yes.
But he's old.
He's getting older now.
Marcus Freeman, who's in good shape, was a
that's
linebacker.
good.
Venables is in really good shape.
That's good.
And then Cristobal. They got Brett Bielema, but he would have a heart attack.
What?
No.
No chance.
People don't understand. Like, they got Kalani Sitake on here, too, because, again, he's a younger guy. Dude, he's like 330 pounds. Like, when you're that fat, like, you throw one punch and you're just gassed. That ain't happening. So I still think Cristobal's one, but I get the Fickle, I get the Freeman, but dude, I'm just putting my money on Cristobal. Like, he's number 1.
Is the guy at Boise State? He's super young. Is he pretty ripped? Spencer.
Yeah, I'd have to take a look.
That guy.
Let me see what he's got going on.
I forget his name.
Because he's not on here. Spencer Danielson.
Yeah.
He's got like
Isn't he ripped? And he's like in his 30s.
Yeah, he's a younger guy. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't look that big. It's like
Yeah.
Dan Lanning's young, but Lanning's not, you know. I know.
Well, we'll get him on a roid cycle.
There
maybe.
you go. We got to bulk him up.
Get him on the list.
get him on that juice. Get him on some of that vitamin S.
Well, are you ready for more of the Spencer Rattler show?
No one is.
Because today is cut down day in the NFL, and the Saints have announced that Spencer Rattler is their quarterback.
You know what's sad is they didn't want him to be. It's just that Shuck couldn't. This is not about Spencer Rattler winning the job. This is Tyler Shuck losing the job.
Yeah, dude, I only bring up Rattler because he might be the worst quarterback I've ever seen, and that's saying something.
Bold statement.
He's got Peterman beat.
He has, yes. Well, Peterman's tough to beat. Nathan Peterman, remember that
Peterman
guy?
was bad.
But Rattler has started 6 games. He is 0-6. In those 6 games, he has only 4 touchdowns, and his quarterback rating is 70. Okay. Now, in brighter news, I will tell you that his career quarterback rating is about the same as Terry Bradshaw's.
Oh.
So
4
same
Super
guy.
Bowls.
Same guy.
I'll say this. We make fun of the Cleveland Browns for their quarterback room. And I get it. I understand why. The worst quarterback room in the NFL is not the Cleveland Browns. The worst quarterback room in the NFL is the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah.
It just is.
That's right.
So how bad is Tyler Shuck that he can't beat him out? And which is worse, Richardson not being able to beat out Daniel Jones or Shuck not being able to beat out Spencer Rattler?
Shuck not being able to beat out Spencer Rattler.
Because Richardson, remember though, Richardson has 15 starts under his belt and a winning record.
There is, so I was reading into this, and you can take this for what it's worth. There are a lot of really bright NFL insider guys that claim that Daniel Jones is liked by way more NFL people than people want to give him credit for. They believe that you can win with they don't.
He's the new Sam Bradford.
He's the new Sam Bradford. Yes, and Anthony Richardson. How do I put this? If you cannot go through basic functions in an NFL offense, the coaches will not put you out there. For instance, like if you're a receiver and you can't run the right routes, like you can't pick up audibles, they can't put you out there. There is nothing that angers a coach more when you can't run basics that they expect. There's like a competency level, right? That you have to achieve. And if you're a pro and you have a high, I guess it would be a high floor, right? You can stick around. That's the Sam Darnold thing. Who else had that? Who's the other Oklahoma guy? Sam Bradford, right? That had this.
Did I say Sam Darnold or I meant Sam Bradford?
Sam Bradford, Sam Darnold. Same thing.
I meant Sam Bradford.
You meant Sam Bradford.
Daniel Jones is the new Sam. Did I say Darnold?
I thought you said Darnold.
Did I say Darnold?
But you may have said.
Is anybody listening?
No, you said Bradford.
You said Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now Sam Howell. That's another story.
Yeah. No.
Traded again.
So when you have a guy like Anthony Richardson that can't understand protections, when he can't understand how to get out of clearly a bad look, when he can't slide the line the right way, it makes coaches be like, I can't play you. Like, you may have this big upside, and we may not be in love with Daniel Jones, but we just can't play you. And so you go down into New Orleans, and it may be one of those that Spencer Rattler doesn't really do anything well, but if Shuck can't master the fundamentals and the basics of playing that position, it's like you like when you go to throw a football on film and you can ask, like, why did you throw that? Why did you throw that pick six? And you don't have an explanation for it. You're like, I don't know. I didn't see it. And you make them same mistake over and over again. It's just a killer. And that's how sometimes the Daniel Joneses of the world end up on the field, is they're not great, but they're competent. And the other guy, while he has a bigger upside, he doesn't have a competency level. You can't put him out there. He makes too many dumb mistakes, as opposed to just maybe not being an athletic guy or not having a big arm or not being very accurate. Believe it or not, the athletic guy that continually makes dumb mistakes that are preventable, that guy will drive a coach more crazy than the less talented guy. And a lot of times they go with the safer option. In this case, Daniel Jones. I think with Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck, there just isn't another quarterback. That's the worst quarterback room in the NFL. And so to answer the question, which is worse, Tyler Shuck not being able to beat out Spencer Rattler. You were given a gift to be the starting quarterback in New Orleans, and you had to beat out the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. That's all you had to do, and you played twice as much as him in the preseason.
I think he is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
He is.
Rattler.
Yes. And
there's a new man, a new number one.
Yes.
Because it's not Jones, but it's almost Jones. It
Yes.
probably would be Richardson. Richardson has a worse QBR than Rattler.
Yes. If Anthony Richardson were the starting quarterback in Indianapolis, he would be the worst quarterback in the NFL. But again, draft bias, we're still going to do, Anthony Richardson's good. No, he's not. In every metric since he's come into the NFL, he is basically the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Wouldn't you rather have like Snoop Huntley than Spencer Rattler? Am I wrong?
I probably would. I think the only thing is maybe there's a belief that Spencer Rattler's young and maybe he can.
What?
Look, I'm trying to come up with an explanation. No one wants Spencer Rattler as their quarterback, including the New Orleans Saints. Nobody. But they don't have another choice. It's the worst quarterback room.
There are choices out there. They just, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They're weird. Because there are a bunch of guys. There's rotating. Listen, Joe Flacco, the Browns at least found Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives them a fighting chance, doesn't it? Well, maybe not.
Kind of, sort of.
Daniel Jones gives the Colts a fighting chance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Daniel
guys.
Jones gives them a fighting chance.
There are guys that will give you a fighting chance.
Yes.
Spencer Rattler is not that guy.
No, he's not.
It doesn't seem so.
And there are other guys out there that just kind of rotate around from different teams that can give you a fighting chance. Jameis Winston is one. They tried him, didn't work.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's I saw Teddy Bridgewater got a backup quarterback job this year.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Why didn't they call him? Didn't they have him at one point? I mean, I just don't know what the Saints are doing. There's a lot of.
They drafted Tyler Shuck to be the guy, and turns out Tyler Shuck wasn't the guy. I would also like to make a bold proclamation by week 6.
Don't you have to you have to get some insurance?
Look, by week
They're
6,
like the Cowboys.
By week 6, Tyler Shuck will be the starting quarterback in New Orleans.
Yeah, of course, because Spencer Rattler sucks.
Yes.
It makes no sense.
Yes. You can go get Shedeur Sanders.
No, you can't. He's untouchable.
Not giving up that.
Could have got Kenny Pickett. Hell, I'd take Kenny Pickett over Spencer Rattler.
Could have had Kenny Pickett.
You know?
Yeah, maybe that's an idea of
maybe they're just tanking.
You're not 100% sure. Well, there's an element of that. And just get your quarterback next year. Maybe it's just that you're not 100% sure what you have in Spencer Rattler. So you're going to explore that studio space and find out that studio space is full of like empty liquor bottles and just various forms of trash and strange pools of fluid.
Or
basically it's a like a 7-Eleven parking lot.
They may be just saying, Shuck's our guy. It's just we need a little more time.
Yeah.
So we'll throw this clown out there until he's ready.
You're not, I don't think you're that far off with that.
Football Talk on the Fan presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. All right, a couple more quarterback notes next, and then Caitlin Clark gets her own logo. Coming up on 105.1 The Fan.
Someone does correctly point out that in New Orleans, Derek Carr was supposed to be the quarterback before he retired.
That's true.
So
that is true.
there's some of that, and so this may just be,
That is true.
the pains of going through. I mean, they don't have their next quarterback.
They also wanted him out, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
In that, like, if he retired via injury, it was the best for both parties, kind of.
It's not a great roster. It's a salary cap situation that's problematic. And remember, no one wanted that job. So, look, it's not good. It's a bad situation, and they're going to have to go through some pains. And the long-term answer is not anywhere on that roster. And so they'll have to address it in next year's draft or the draft after that. This team is going nowhere fast. But remember, I talked about that level of being competent and competency. Someone asked, is that why Dylan Gabriel is the quarterback over Shedeur Sanders? Yes.
Well, he's the backup.
He's the backup.
Yeah.
But Dylan Gabriel will get the next opportunity. I was listening to Stefanski today, and he said Dylan Gabriel keeps getting better. Because when you're young and you're not uber talented, you make mistakes. And what you can't do is make the same mistake over. That's what gets you cut. That's what gets you benched in the NFL. That's why I'm not in the league. If you keep doing the same thing if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, they won't play you. So when I hear Stefanski say every day Gabriel gets better, that is to me code for he stops making the dumb mistake. And this isn't a knock on Shedeur, but Shedeur even said after he took the 5 sacks and one was like that 23-yard sack, which is what he killed him in college. He's like, every play I want to make the big play. That's not what you want from a 5th-round quarterback that's fighting to be the backup. You have to make the smart play, and he keeps making the same mistake over and over. So, yes, that is why Dylan Gabriel is over. Shedeur Sanders is not the ceiling, the floor.
So the Browns name Flacco the starter,
Yes.
Gabriel the 2, and Sanders the 3.
And I think much like New Orleans, all 3 of those quarterbacks, I believe, at some point will probably start a game for Cleveland this year.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you got rookies. You got
see what you got.
see what you got. That's right.
Yeah.
And, Gabriel's only, one Joe Flacco bout of diarrhea away from being the starting quarterback in Cleveland.
Yes.
A lot of people saying.
We also had, I believe, Marquez Valdez-Scantling got cut.
Yeah, he got cut.
That's right.
Why'd they cut him? I thought that was a pretty good little signing.
Well, because the receiver they drafted out of Colorado State, Torrey Horton, has played so well.
He's going to start.
That he's going to play over Val. They don't need him. They don't need to pay him.
Torrey Horton, where did he play?
Colorado State.
Colorado State.
And he was a really, really good player, and then he got hurt. He tore his ACL. So he kind of took some plummets down draft boards, one, Colorado State, and then he wasn't able to do anything at the combine. And they didn't even know if he was going to play this year. And he kind of was above schedule. And then you kept hearing in OTAs, they're like, hey, look out. And then training camp, he's been good. I mean, no offense to Cooper Kupp. He's their second best receiver. So it's Jackson Smith and Jigba, and then it's Torrey Horton. And so you get a guy that makes some money and you got to make room. It's actually a pretty deep room with some of the guys that they like there. And yeah,
Horton, who do they have after those 3 though?
They like Jake Bobo, and then Ricky White III is a rookie that they're pretty high on. So it kind of ends up being one of those crowded rooms, and you want the young guys that are cheap and that'll play special teams. So basically he got beat out by Bobo and Horton.
All right. And that's the end of our cut news.
Oh.
I don't care about anything else.
I
have a college note.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Damian Martinez got cut too.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who had him?
Seahawks.
Patriots?
Seahawks.
No, Seahawks did.
That's right.
Former Miami Hurricane and Oregon State beater.
I thought he'd be really good in the league.
I did too. And by the way, George Hilani, who's the Boise State guy from the year before, dude, he had an unbelievable preseason for Seattle. And Martinez, remember, I think there's 17 practice squad slots now. So a lot of these guys that are getting cut will end up on practice squads and kind of getting bumped up and down. But there's local flavor for the B fan that wondered what happened to Damian Martinez. He was a late round pick. I think he went in the 6th or 7th round and didn't end up making the final 53 in Seattle.
In college, a lot has been, it's been pretty quiet on the Colorado front.
Yeah.
Old Dion there.
Mm-hmm. But they made a decision today.
Yeah, he chose Caden Salter, the kid from Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
He beats out the hot shot young guy, Julian Lewis.
They did say...
And they play on Friday.
Yeah, they were saying that there might be some packages.
People are saying
there might be some packages for him, the freshman.
A lot of people saying.
Remember what they did with like Aiden Childs at Oregon State, like some goal line red zone type packages, short yardage stuff. So he may get some snaps, but he did not win the job.
Coming up next, another athlete gets their own logo.
Yeah.
When we return. Not yet.
The Asachi logo?
Still working on it. Okay. On the Fan. All right, welcome back to hour 2 of our radio program here on a fine Tuesday.
We were talking about the Seahawks receiver room, with
We sure were.
Valdez-Scantling getting cut. And one thing it was like putting kind of 2 and 2 together. The Seahawks also had to keep 3 quarterbacks, and they added a fullback this year. So when you talk about like that last receiver spot or the last corner or, the linebacker, it's always that last guy to get the heave. When you keep a 3rd quarterback and you add a fullback, which a lot of rosters don't, that's 2 extra roster spots, which also may be a reason why a guy that's, while older than the rest of that receiving room that's going to make the team, he doesn't play special teams. So 2 roster spots eaten up by people that weren't going to be there last year, and then the inability to play special teams compared to all the young guys might be another reason why Valdez-Scantling ended up on the block.
Who's their 3rd quarterback?
Jalen Milroe.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So they Darnold, Locke, and then they kept Milroe.
Just saw a pretty cool little post from Cincinnati football. I know that's random. But
is this? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged.
Yeah.
It's the big news.
Yes.
I know people are tuning in from all over the world to hear us talk about it.
It's a huge deal.
Well, we talked about it in hour 1, but I just saw their Cincinnati, he played at Cincinnati.
Both did.
Wait, what?
Both Kelce brothers.
Both Kelce brothers.
I thought you were like, Taylor Swift played, what'd she do? Volleyball at Cincinnati?
She played her music, man.
She played her music at Cincinnati? Well, anyway.
I think she did okay without a degree.
Travis played at Cincinnati, and they tweeted out, "They're engaged. Are you?" And then they gave a couple ticket deals. $13 tickets.
That's kind of fun.
And $87 tickets, depending on where you want to sit.
Yeah.
But that's pretty solid marketing right there.
The one I saw was they had, because Jason's older by a couple years, but I think they were at Cincinnati 2 years together.
I think that's right.
So they had the photo of those two at Cincinnati when Jason was fat and like didn't have a beard, and Travis just looks weird and awkward like as a freshman. And they put that photo. See if you can find it out there. It's a great photo. And it says one of these guys went on to be nominated for Sexiest Man Alive, and one of them married the most famous woman in the world. And it was like, never give up on your dreams. Because it is true when you look at those two.
Wait. Jason was nominated for Sexiest Man Alive?
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was like runner-up to it for People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Like the final year of his career.
I mean,
when his
what?
stock started doing this, then, the Jason Kelce buzz was as high as anyone's, and he made it to that list.
Yeah, he because
Okay.
they nominate, whoever,
I know.
and then he wins, and then he was in the issue as one of the sexiest men alive. And if you were to look at that photo of the two of them,
I just have a problem with that.
Hey, a lot of things go into sexy,
You're
okay?
You're right. I get it. Some of it's a bit of a stretch,
well,
but
he's got to look.
they have to satisfy all
man.
people.
Hey,
all types.
Some people are into the water buffaloes. Let us have
I
this.
mean, he is far from even remotely sexy, but
He's an attractive, bigger man.
He's fine.
He's a bear.
But come on, sexiest man alive. Get out of here. You seen Idris Elba?
Well,
Get out of here with that crap.
Look,
but I get it. They
he
have
made
to
the
do
list.
that. Whatever.
And so when you look at that photo of the two of them at Cincinnati, it is adorable to think that one of them was nominated for Sexiest Man Alive and one of them married the most famous woman in the world, and they're both just as awkward as can be in that photo.
I mean, if you looked at the photo, I would guess that the guy on the left,
Yes.
which is Travis,
Yes.
would be nominated for Sexiest Man Alive.
Yes.
And the other guy somehow got rich and landed Taylor Swift, but
Didn't work that way.
it did not.
So, hey, it just goes to show you, like I said, keep chasing your dreams, man. You never know.
Yep, I am throwing all my chips. I'm pushing all my chips into being nominated for Sexiest Man Alive now that I know that Jason Kelce got that.
Look at that.
No, I know. I was just looking at it.
It's just such an awkward photo. But I think everyone that played college football has.
Well, they just look like rubes.
Yeah. Well, we all have that photo.
They were.
They were. Dude, I have.
Are they still? Is the question.
No,
a little more cultured now.
They
A
both
little more
seem like pretty-
cultured now. Married great women. Married up.
They seem like sharp.
Got into some moneyed circles.
Yeah, they seem like sharp individuals. Both Hall of Famers.
I don't know about sharp. But
Jason
okay.
seems sharper
Okay.
than Travis.
All right. Yeah, I think so. I think that's right. Because he had to be.
Yeah.
You know.
O lineman, man. Centers, you can't be a dumb center. You can't be a dumb quarterback. You can't be a dumb center. You can be a dumb DN. You can be a dumb DB. I'd even say tight end. You can't. It's hard to be dumb. You can be a little dumb, but
Well, we got a new athlete logo today.
Yeah.
Nike revealed Caitlin Clark's new logo.
Dude, he's not talking about mailing something in.
What, you don't like it?
No.
Why
What are
not?
you doing? She deserves better than that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
You
just
like that?
you like that. It's just 2 C's.
I know.
But it kind of I hate.
You like that? You like that?
You know what?
I just,
I'm gonna filter my opinion here.
I wanted better.
It's not very inspired.
It looks like something else, and
Oh boy.
I just
What?
sometimes I just wonder if.
What? Are you?
Well, sometimes I wonder if people in the room are. I don't know if they're really paying attention or if they're all just like, oh yeah, it looks great.
What do you
know.
think that looks like?
Nothing. Like I said,
Something.
I'm just. Look, it's it's cool that she gets her own logo. Okay,
Yeah. But it's
not a lot of athletes get their own logos. Some of them like to make their own logos,
yeah.
but no one cares.
No.
Tom Brady's logo,
The TB12.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jordan.
Yeah. Jordan's is the best.
Well, by a lot.
Yeah. The Jumpman. But
Outside of that, do you have other? Oh, LeBron has his own logo.
LeBron has a couple of them.
Griffey's swingman logo was really
Ooh,
The
slick.
that's
Swingman
good.
logo is amazing. Like if we're ranking outside of the Jordan, which is the king, I would think that the Swingman logo is number 2. I mean, it's instant. When you see it, you're like, dude, that's amazing. Penny Hardaway had a really cool one. Remember back in the day, he had
The little 1 cent.
the 1 cent.
Because he wore number 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good.
He was Penny. Kobe's is really good. Now they stole that because that was from Kill Bill. That's the Black Mamba logo from the Kill Bill movies. But kudos for them for not trying to outthink the room.
Well, he also gave himself the nickname of Black Mamba, which I never liked.
Look at Buck taking shots at the deceased.
Did you know Brandon Roy had his own logo? Did you know that?
I don't remember that.
It's a BR on the top with the 7 coming down.
Is it
like-
bad?
I mean, it's no. I mean, I think.
Oh yeah, that's kind of.
I-
I guess that's
you
my
know.
point. That's the Caitlin Clark logo. There's no originality. Derek Rose's is
Ooh,
awesome. They have the
ooh,
rose
ooh,
with the
ooh,
D in the
ooh,
middle.
Ooh. One we forgot about.
Yeah.
Great athlete logos.
Hmm.
The Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg
Yes.
Norman.
Iconic.
Phenomenal.
Absolutely iconic. Tiger Woods too, but Greg Norman more so. I
Yeah,
think.
the
Tigers
Tiger
was
Wood-
more basic.
Yeah, but the TW, it's
Yeah.
it's done well. The Caitlin Clark one, that's the equivalent of the stupid you just mentioned it, the Brandon Roy logo. It's just like, it's lame. Give me something. I wanted something better. Caitlin Clark is the biggest female athlete going right now. I don't know why it took her this long to get her own shoe and logo. And I wanted more. I wanted more. I think Sabrina has her own. She has her own shoe line. I think she has her own logo. Look at, because she's got actually a really like hot shoe. Right
Oh,
now.
that's right. It's a big S that makes an I in the middle.
Yeah.
She does.
So. That's,
So if you say Jordan,
Yeah.
Air Jordan is the number 1 logo,
Not even close.
athlete logo.
Yeah.
Who's number 2?
I go Swingman.
I think that might be right.
I think it's the Swingman. Yeah, I'm a Swingman guy. Very, very cool.
Because you see it and you know instantly.
Instantly, yes. Had Derrick Rose not crippled himself, the D Rose one is awesome. That could have been
Ooh.
phenomenal.
I have another good one.
But Rose kind of lends itself to being the perfect logo. The name, it works.
I was never familiar with this logo until seeing it now, the Derrick Rose one.
Yeah, the Derrick Rose one's awesome. What do you got?
I've got Roger Federer's logo.
Oh yeah, the RF.
Oh, that's
Dude.
It's a good
very
look.
slick.
It's pretty tight.
It's really clean.
Yes, very, very good. One of the worst ones is Shaq. Like the silhouette thing, dude. You can't.
I didn't even know he had a logo.
Yeah.
It was him like hanging on a
Him
rim.
hanging on a like you just, dude. You're not Jordan. Stop with the silhouette thing. The silhouette doesn't work unless your name is Michael. Don't do the silhouette thing.
What
it's
about
terrible.
Arnold Palmer's umbrella
Yeah,
Oh, that's
the Arnold
pretty good.
Palmer
and the
umbrella is
golden
really
golden
good.
bear too? I
Golden
mean,
Bear.
the golf.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, golf.
Golf's
logos,
got sneaky good ones.
pretty good.
Yes, Golden Bear is. I used to love just like because they don't sell much of it anymore. At least I don't see it. But my dad had the old 70s 80s golf sweater with the little like Golden Bear on there. I used to think that was a really cool logo. But I don't see much. Well, I mean, I don't think the younger audience gives a rip about Jack, but You don't see much of the Golden Bear stuff anymore.
What about the Ball families? 3Bs.
Yeah, that stuff's
Yeah,
terrible.
no, you don't love that.
No, that's all bad. Well, there's just some people that shouldn't. Like they try to make a brand, and it just
Well, do the soccer player, all the big soccer guys, do they have their own logos?
I was just looking at this. Like Leo Messi does, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo does.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that they all do.
I'm just not super familiar with those. I don't operate in the soccer world, but I'd be shocked if Messi didn't have his own.
Oh yeah, Messi's looks like a. Oh gosh, what does that look like? That looks like a.
Oh yeah.
What does that look like? Like Portland State's logo?
A little bit. Yeah, no, that's just weird. Again, same thing. It's like a bad European car. The Messi logo, little strange. I'm trying to think. Was it Michael Vick that had a good one?
Vic's wasn't he number 7?
Yeah, he was 7. Yeah, he had the football 7. I thought
Yeah.
that one that worked.
JJ Watts is good too. You seen his
I've seen
two
J.J.
J's
Watts.
into a W?
Yes, like that works well.
Pretty
I just
solid.
think the Caitlin Clark one, it looks like a Gucci ripoff, and just looks like there was no imagination. The Steph Curry one's all right. It's
okay.
It's got the SC, and then he's holding up the 3. That's it's a little funky, but it works. It's all right.
So have we seen Caitlin's new shoe yet?
I don't think they have one yet.
They're designing it
They're
now?
designing. I think they said that they'll release it next year.
Okay.
So she's got. I read in their release they got a T-shirt that you can buy now, which is the weird just CCs, and then there'll be another line coming out like in a month or so, and then I think next year probably when they start the WNBA season, I think she'll get her own. She'll get her own shoe, and I believe she's the 3rd female basketball player with Nike because they got. Is it Asia Wilson?
Asia Wilson
and then
Sabrina.
Sabrina and now Caitlin Clark. And I'm telling you, I see a lot of like the guys.
Sabrina's are really popular with the
Sabrina's
NBA
really
players.
It's a clean, good-looking shoe and a lot of dudes.
And they make it with a bunch of different colorways, and so tons of NBA players wear it.
Yeah, it's a really popular
So
shoe.
the Caitlin Clark shoe will be black and yellow, yeah?
Well, that'll be probably the first edition or an edition, but they will, in order to capitalize on this, they will release many, many, many different
And kind of the cool
colorways.
thing about now, like the NBA and the WNBA, like you no longer have like they're doing all when you watch an NBA game, you got guys wearing like rainbows. You got one guy wearing red, one guy wearing green, and so a lot of the stuff has become like Kobe's got a really popular shoe, and his like the pair that everyone wants is the Grinches for Christmas. He has a green
like a neon lime
a
green.
neon
kind
lime
of.
green. They call it the Grinch with red laces, and people like go crazy for it.
Can I? I'm no shoe like a sneakerhead or
Yeah.
whatever you call.
Yeah.
But since you brought him up,
Mhm.
can I just say that Steph Curry? I love Steph Curry.
Yeah, who does?
Like in my lifetime, and I'm a 50-year-old handsome male.
Yeah.
Okay, 50 years of living in this world.
And handsome.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. There are very few athletes that impress me more, and I wanted to watch more than Steph Curry.
Mhm.
Absolutely love Steph Curry.
Yes.
And I also think, I've talked to Buck, who knows him a little bit, and, just he's got a good reputation. He's a good dude.
Mhm.
Love him. It has always bothered me that he has been with Under Armour.
Yeah.
I hate that.
You know the story behind that, right?
No.
Well,
Nike
so that he
butchered it.
went into Nike.
Oh, this is like the Kevin Durant one?
Yeah. Well, so that was the story. Is that
Same
he
thing.
he went into
Yeah.
Nike. First of all, someone called him Stefan.
Well, no,
instead
that
of
wasn't
Stefan.
this. It was Nico. Wasn't
Right.
it Nico?
I think he
Nico.
was in the room, and they
Yes.
included a deck from a
From
slide from the
KD.
Durant deck, and
Yeah.
and his dad was like, "These people don't care about you."
That's right. That's right. But, I mean, even if it's not Nike, I mean, Under Armour?
That and his shoes are
They're
just
not great.
atrocious.
They're
They're
not
not
great.
great.
They're so bad, and that's a bummer because you would think that a guy like Steph should have a better product line, and it's just it's bad. When
It's
you look
disappointing.
at when you look at like what Kevin Durant has and what Kobe has, and then you look at like what Steph has, and you're like,
Well,
Although
look
I
at-
don't love Durant's logo.
no, it's just the KD,
KD.
but his shoes are usually clean.
shoes are
It's
solid.
one of the
Yeah.
better.
I
it's
think
one of the better lines.
if he's not going to, I mean, I get not going with Nike after that.
Yeah.
But go to Adidas.
Go to
Look at what
Adidas.
Lillard's
Yeah.
doing with
Yeah.
Adidas.
And the difference was that Under Armour was ready to make him the
Yep.
face of the
is.
entire brand instead of
Yeah.
just one of the guys.
I'm sure they paid him a ton of money.
they paid him a ton, and he's going to be a lifetime Under Armour guy. And it just
I just hate that. I bet
Yeah.
that's good for their business, though.
And
Their
again,
business, I think, has struggled.
I'm not obviously tied into that world, but I'll tell you what, I do not see Steph Curry stuff.
Well, people don't think Under Armour is cool,
No.
so to
No.
speak. Like it's
I have the.
It has utility, but like it's not trendy.
Would you like the list of the world's most popular sneaker brands?
Yeah, I mean,
by global market share.
Well, I'm sure it's Nike, and then
Well,
everyone
gee,
else.
way to go on a limb there.
Yeah,
but yeah, I have that for you. And Under Armour is not on this list.
no,
Nope,
no.
not even close.
No.
And you know how much money they pay?
They pay him.
Stuff?
They pay him a lot of money, and it's
Right.
not. It's not working. Now more and more guys are doing like the Chinese companies, like the Li Nings and
Anta is another one.
Anta, and because it's just you can. They realize that if you're like a B-level NBA player, you ain't selling sneakers in the United States, but you can sell them in China.
Yeah, it's like you said, CJ had Li Ning and then Clay had Anta.
Yeah, dude, Klay Thompson ain't getting a big deal from Nike to move sneakers here.
But he's their guy with Anta.
He's their guy over there.
All right, more hot shoe talk coming up next on The Fan.
Oregon Ducks football is on the Fan.
Back to throw, straight drop. Good protection, wide open. Sadiq inside of the 5, hurdles his way into the end zone. Kenyon Sadiq, the hurdle at about the 6-yard line, and goes the rest of the way untouched.
Pre-game, game action, and post-game coverage of the Big Ten champion Ducks.
Ultimately, what should the Big Ten know about Oregon? We're mighty different.
The Ducks play here on the Fan Sports Network.
Now, here's a quick look at Portland traffic.
In Portland, I-405 is slow.
Isaac and Sue on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
All right, coming up next on In the News, no jackpot. Suk is not rich.
No.
So will he be rich on Wednesday?
Well, to be fair, I decided to not win it at the 750. I wanted the more of the 810.
815.
Yeah.
It's 815.
815.
Yeah.
Well, the payout I saw of the 700 and whatever it was only like 326 million, and
only.
I decided to.
Isn't that wild? They say that the jackpot is like $750 or whatever $1 million, and they're like, oh, but if you take the lump sum, it's only $325 million.
Yeah. So and then chop that with the taxes and everything. Yeah.
What the hell?
Exactly. This is why I'm waiting for it to be 800.
It's almost like false advertising. I'm going to sue them.
Thank you.
Call the advocates.
I'm waiting for 815, and I'm going to win it. Although I think the Mega Millions is tonight, and that's at like 250 something. So I may decide to win that.
No, you might win that because nobody's playing that. No one
Exactly.
cares about $250 million.
That's your angle.
So I have a list here. We were talking about shoesies.
Sneakies.
Caitlin Clark getting her own logo. Her shoes coming out next year. I have the world's most popular sneaker brands by global market share percentage.
Okay. I'm guessing Nike 1, Adidas 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 brands that registered on this list.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Nike is number 1.
Yeah.
Setting the standard, setting the tone.
Now, does Jordan count as its own?
Yes.
Then Jordan's 2.
Nike is at 18%
Yeah.
global market share. Hello?
Yeah. We knew that. I didn't know 18, but Nike's number 1. And Jordan will be 2.
Air Jordan
There you go.
is number 2.
Yes.
At 11%.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Adidas.
Adidas, number 3. 9%.
I do not think. Yeah, that's a lie. I was going to say, I don't know if I own a sneaker that isn't one of those 3, but I do. I have a pair of Oniskas.
What are those?
They're
Japanese.
They're the original Asics.
Oh.
They're basically the OG Asics.
Those aren't on here.
No.
All right. Do you care to guess who is 4th? 7%. Tied for 4th. Two brands, 7% global market share.
I am going to say New Balance.
No.
No.
They
that was a
are.
good guess, though.
They're 8th at 4%.
Puma.
Good guess.
Oh.
No, not on the list.
Hmm.
Isn't that weird?
Skechers?
Skechers, 4th, 7%.
Ew.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's pretty good though.
Yeah, man.
You got to give them credit.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did.
I can't. And then are we getting into the Chinese stuff? Are we getting into
Well, there's a Japanese brand on here.
Japanese brand?
There is no
China.
Chinese brand.
I'm trying to think of the Japanese.
You're missing a big one.
I'm missing a big
It's
one?
big with the kids.
Oh, well, you
Vans?
Yes.
Ow.
Vans.
God.
T4 with Skechers at 7%.
See, I don't. It's funny. I own a lot of Vans, but I don't think of them as
their own brand.
Well, I don't think of them as athletic shoes.
Oh. Well, this is sneakers.
Sneakers. Yeah, all my Vans are slip-ons. I have I don't know. I just think of those as, and it's funny. I think of those as old man. Like those are my old man shoes because I've had a pair since I was like in like the 6th grade. but
Everybody wears Vans.
Everyone wears Vans.
Then you have
Is Reebok still around?
They're not on here.
Reebok
I was
Hall of
actually surprised to see that.
Yeah.
But no
Did they
Reebok.
get a restart or like a?
I think so.
I thought they like went out but they're back, right?
I think they're owned by someone. They might be owned by Adidas.
Converse?
Because they're trying. Converse is owned by Nike.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what
Converse is number 7.
Okay.
At 4%.
Because
they just got a new CEO.
Reebok just they launched Me Bound's gal.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. Like she's the face of that. I'm trying. Who else?
By the way, watch for Converse on the come up.
Converse.
Yeah.
The kids are liking the Converse.
Well, no, but the new CEO is from Nike, and a lot of people are saying.
A lot of people. What about
Pretty
like
good.
the On Clouds? I see a lot of people wearing the On Clouds.
Yeah, those are getting big.
No, the only other brand on this list is at 5% global market share, and it's Moonstar from Japan.
Moonstar.
They look a lot like Converse, actually.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Moonstar.
Yeah,
Moonstar shoes.
So those are the world's most popular sneaker brands.
Yeah, they just look like. Yeah, you're right. They just look like normal.
They just look like Converse.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about Converse is the Chucks are like.
Yeah, they're universal.
Well, but they're like 95% of their business.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what Nike was doing with Converse all these years. You know, maybe it just got shoved to the side because, Nike.
Yeah.
But
well, when I was like, Converse used to be a big deal. They had like
I
Magic
know.
and Bird, and
well, like I said, the Chucks are they're
everyone,
timeless.
Everyone wears them,
but they're 95% of their business.
Yeah. Well, they
they have nothing else.
Shea, the Finals MVP, he's a Converse guy.
Yes, he is.
And he's got a new kind of space age looking sneaker.
Yeah. He also has the ones that look like the Timberland or the Lugs boots. Like he's got that. That's become really popular.
Well, I've noticed too that Lillards are this way, Hardens are this way, Anthony Edwards are this way, and now the Shea Alexanders. The new sneakers have like a real futuristic sort of. It's like if you look at all the new individual models that are coming out, the signature players, they all look kind of the same. They have like a real sleek. That's the best way to describe it, just futuristic look that for an old guy like me, I'm like, eh. But it must be what the kids like because it's certainly the trend to have the sneaker that looks like that.
Yeah, those Sheas they're like the gold ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like
not my favorite.
Well, I always said that I thought Adidas did a really nice job with Damian Lillard's shoes, but I could never wear them. I would feel awkward being a mid 40 guy wearing those. I can't do that, but I get why people like them. I think they look sharp. And then the other ones that I see a lot of is the like On Cloud and is it Hoka?
Hoka. It started as kind of an orthopedic shoe, but now it has become big with olds because of the big cushioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
but they're big runner, long distance runner shoes because they got the thick foam soles.
It looks like you got Herman Munster shoes on. That thing's like a 8-inch thick piece of foam.
John Buckley's a Hoka guy.
Yeah, you're running on a Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Yeah,
I'm like, doing some heightening. You gained 4 inches of those bad
Good
boys.
for our patellers.
Something.
Huh?
Well, for a while there, remember the barefoot running movement was all the craze.
Oh, those toe shoes? Those stupid things?
Yeah, and all the minimalistic shoes like the Nike Freeze that felt like you were running in nothing. It was like, this is how you're supposed to run. And now everyone's going back to these giant freaking
I never understood
insoles.
that. That made no sense. And I'm an idiot, and we all know that.
But why would you not protect your feet?
Yes, basic.
This is how we were intended to run.
Basic science would tell you that that's not good on your body.
Well,
Am I wrong?
Well, no.
That's not good for your
No,
knees.
But the difference is when you watch
it's not good for your back.
I think the idea was the human body is not meant to run on weird elevated squishy surfaces. The human body is meant to run on bare feet, like the Kenyan runners and marathoners run in like racing flats a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think that was the movement is it's your natural foot. And now I see people that are running the marathons and they're wearing these Nikes with carbon spring plates in them and it's a whole thing.
Not everybody's Kenyan, okay?
It's true.
Come on, Nike.
Well, again, you should never take advice about running from me. I look at those shoes and I'm like, dude, those are horrific. And do you run? I'm like, no. Maybe if I ran, those stupid giant insole shoes that New Balance makes would be the greatest thing in the world. But if you're not a distance runner, what the hell are you doing wearing those things? You look like a clown.
All right. There's hot shoe talk, guys. Love the sneaks. Or do we? Dude, I have no sneakers.
Yeah, you're not a sneaker guy.
Well, I have some Nikes.
Yeah.
And then I have a pair of Pumas out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you have some camping shoes.
Yeah, you have
well, those are all Nikes.
You have moccasins.
Yeah, those are Nikes, but I'm trying to think of anything other than Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
I have a lot of sneakers. I like shoes. I think I have more shoes maybe than my gal does, or close to it.
Ooh.
Oh, it's I like
Revoke
sneakers.
your man card, man.
Yeah. I had some growing up. I never got it's like one of those. I never got to have a bunch of shoes growing up. I always wanted them, and then we didn't get them.
Now that you're rich,
clearly, we got one pair of shoes at the start of the year, and we got one pair at Christmas, and it was make them count. And so now I like having some sneakers.
All right, coming up next on ITN, we still haven't found Travis Decker. Does that worry anyone?
Hey, we're looking again, though.
Or is he?
We're back to looking.
He's probably dead, right?
I don't think so.
No? You think he's alive?
Yeah, that dude's out there.
And what's it like to be Rainn Wilson? Let's check in on Rainn Wilson. Okay, you remember him? You know that guy? He's
Dwight
from
Schrute.
Yes. He has an Oregon tie. And we'll get to that next on In the News. But first, here's Buck with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan NFL Cutdown Day. Roster's going down to 53 for the Seahawks. That includes releasing receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling, linebacker Patrick O'Connell, and former Oregon State running back Damian Martinez. The Browns are keeping Shadur Sanders on their 53-man roster. He'll start the season as QB3 behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. Meanwhile, on the diamond, the Mariners started the day a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West. Seattle still in control of that third wildcard spot, 4 games clear of the Royals. They get going against the Padres at 6:40 this evening. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. At George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad Taylor. Saturday mornings at 9 on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
I'll tell you who's got a lawsuit is all those people wearing those stupid toe shoes running down the track.
You know, there was a class action lawsuit.
Was there?
Yeah, like for false claims, and then Skechers, I think, got hit with one for their shape-up shoes. Remember those things that had the weird rocking?
Skechers shape-ups.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think both of those shoes ended up having to settle with people due to horse crap claims and like causing injury. So it does happen where you are held accountable for making dumb statements and then hurting people with your crappy product. And, it started with someone being like, hey, I've been treated unfairly. I've been hurt, and I want to hold someone accountable.
That's right.
That's how it happens.
If you want to hold someone accountable, there's only 2 people that can do that for you.
Yes.
2. Ken and Donnie from the Advocates.
Can I sue the Mets offense?
2.
Is that possible? Because they have wronged me.
Well, here's what you do.
So many times.
You call Ken and Donnie for a consultation.
Yeah.
And it won't cost you anything because they're free.
Yeah.
And then they'll laugh at you probably. Or maybe they won't.
Say you shouldn't be a Mets fan.
And then even if they do take your case, maybe they don't laugh at you. They're like, yep, let's sue the Mets. I love that. Let's go after the rich owner of the Mets.
Yeah, he's got money.
Cohen.
Yeah.
And they do that. Let's say they lose in court. Guess what?
I'm not on anything.
You didn't pay him a dime. Because they don't get paid until you win.
Look, that's it.
What is the harm in trying to sue Steve Cohen?
I'm taking this Mets off. I can't take it anymore. It's causing me emotional and physical pain. I'm on this. I'm calling the Advocates for my free consultation.
Listen, guys, if you've been injured, call Ken and Donnie from the Advocates. They'll steer you in the right direction. Consultations are free. If you've been injured, you need more than a lawyer. You deserve an advocate. advocateslaw.com.
You don't buy a car every day. If we're lucky, we
So, mission accomplished. Went to the vet the other day, and she gave us the, all right, lean and mean at 148. Yeah.
Well, I cannot report to you that Molly is my favorite dog. I cannot say that in good conscience.
Right? Yeah,
she's cute and funny sometimes, but she's shockingly annoying.
Yeah. Old Bocephus.
Old Bobo. And, Ned.
Yeah.
We only had Ned for 2 years.
We loved old Ned.
God, he was great.
Yeah.
Cigarette always hanging out of his mouth. What a stud.
I love dogs that have names like Ned or Ted. Al. What's your dog's name? Al.
It's also National Make Your Own Luck Day. Do you buy into that?
Oh, I don't.
Buying that? Making your own
The
luck
whole
out
point of luck is that you can't make it. It's its own thing.
Oh, why do they say that then?
Because they're trying to convince you that luck has nothing to do with it. It's about effort.
It's some sort of stupid poster where it's like, the harder you work, the
That's right.
luckier
You create your own luck, baby. Sounds like something Travis Phillips would say. Isn't that the Miami closer?
Yeah. Tyler Phillips.
Tyler Phillips. Create my own luck out here.
By the way, I lied. The Mets don't ever run around second. They called them out stealing, so I'm back to hating my Mets offense. And, create your own luck. I'm going to do that because I'm going to win the lottery either today or tomorrow. So.
Well, you're not going to win it today. Oh, I guess you're going for the
Mega Millions.
the Tuesday night drawing.
I feel like the 800 million's a little pretentious, and maybe the 250 million's more of an everyman sort of jackpot.
What if do you think you would have, you would have a better chance at winning. What if you took
it's the same odds.
No. What if you took the $800 million and put it on one football game this weekend? Which game would you put it on?
Ooh. Well, am I going money line or am I?
Yeah, do you have to lay a spread, or can you just take a team that's like minus 8,000 to win?
Well, no, you can't do that. But well, you could. Well, no, I'm not giving you that kind of capital to be a weenie.
Yeah.
You have to lay $800 million on one game in college football this weekend against the spread. You have to pick one side, one team, one side against the spread. $800 million.
Good Lord.
Or you can roll the dice and just go to 7-Eleven and pick up a $5 ticket, but you're probably not going to win.
Not going to win. I'm trying
You noodle with that, okay? I'll report the news.
I'll noodle with that, yeah.
The mystery of the disappearance of Travis Decker continues.
He's the bro that is accused of killing his 3 daughters and then disappearing into the woods.
Well, he did kill his 3 daughters.
Has that been...
Yes.
Okay. I think he's accused, but he hasn't had his day in court. Look at me defend. I'm like, hey, it's not right.
Of
Sorry,
all the people that
let's give this guy a chance before we just go ahead and convict him.
Sorry.
I mean, I have 3 kids, and I could see killing them.
I don't know why I did that. There's always like the bit of me that's like, well, he hasn't been.
You're like the king of string him up, put him in jail.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Yes, he killed.
And I'm usually the guy that's like, well, let's just wait and. No,
killed his 3
he
kids.
killed his 3 daughters.
Yeah, put him in jail. Yee-hoo!
So now they've been searching. I can't believe, dude, it's been like 3 months.
Yeah.
Early June, they found the girls, and he's been out there, and they're now narrowing the search area to back to Leavenworth where they found them.
Mm-hmm.
So the FBI, the feds are on this.
Yes.
And at one point, the stupid FBI guy, who's a handsome devil, came out and said that they had him cornered, and they did not have him cornered. Or if they did,
it was the wrong guy.
It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Nice corner job, Goober.
And there's a couple times that they've had people of interest and they've approached the people of interest, and it turns out it's not him. So
I think he's dead. I would bet that
why
he's dead.
do you think just because they haven't caught him?
Because
they
there's
say he's
just
like a Rambo guy
I
out there in the
understand
woods.
that, but it's been a long time, and there's no sign of him.
Feels like if he were alive, there would be some trace somewhere.
And he also killed his 3 daughters, man.
Yeah.
And look, I get that. Like, you don't do that in your right mind.
Like, even if you're off, that probably has a huge toll on you.
He's like, dude, he ain't.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't know.
I can see it. It was like when they, who was the Florida guy that killed Gabby?
Brian Laundrie.
Yeah, like.
Same thing.
Yeah, you just go off. You go off in the woods somewhere, you eat a bullet, and yeah, I could say. And if that's the case, they may not find him for
ever.
Yeah, well, eventually someone will come across some remains. But it sounds like he's very, very adept at being in the woods, so he may be deep up in there.
Yeah, they're saying that starting Monday, starting this past Monday, yesterday, search teams have begun searching the rugged terrain near the Rock Island campground with leadership from the FBI Seattle field office. But they say that the area being searched extremely challenging, steep hillsides, dense brush, minimal cell service, and unpredictable conditions.
Yeah.
There is a $20,000 reward.
Yeah. But I mean, they always said like if you're one of those guys that can exist out there, you can avoid capture for a long time. You know, if you are one of those guys that can live out in no man's land.
So no jackpot winner Monday.
No.
Now the 6th largest in Powerball history. The next drawing will be Wednesday night.
And by the way,
$815 million.
To the people that like only play when it gets to $800 million, your odds don't get better. Like the more people, it doesn't matter. It's
more worth it.
Yeah, it's more worth it. You have the same odds as
payday is better.
Yes, the payday is better.
Prove me wrong.
Yes.
Huh, you can't. Thank you.
I can't.
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, I will tell you what it's like to be Rainn Wilson.
Okay.
Now,
it's probably pretty good, right?
Well, he rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
Does he?
Well, he's a little activist-y.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people don't like that out of their celebrities.
Sure.
But he maybe has a reason to be.
Okay.
And there is an Oregon connection here. So we will tell you that story next on In the News on The Fan.
This is the Fan's window into sports. A view into today's top stories. Brought to you by Window Nation. Online at windownation.com.
It doesn't seem real. I mean, 50 home runs, it's kind of crazy number to think of. It's, you know, it's kind of a big number just in general. You know, I remember thinking back, you know, I thought I was a you know, cool player when I hit 5, you know, and when I was young, in high school or something, you know, you hit 5, you get all this power in the world, so.
Wow. That is the riveting Cal Raleigh, who thinks that 50 is a large number.
Dude, well,
he used to think 5 was a lot when he was a little leaguer, so.
I mean, Cal has always had some power, but this is a whole different beast. And could be propelling the Seattle Mariners into the postseason. He's a great story.
Window Nation, 50% off all window styles, 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 years. Call 866-90-NATION or go to windownation.com/Portland Thorns for a free in-home estimate.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I'm Dirt. This is the most talented Oregon team that he's ever had. Yeah. In Eugene. Dan Lanning, that is. The most talented team he's had. He's going into year 4. This is the most talented team he's had. The interesting takeaway, because they are, I think to a certain extent, like I'm going to joke about nobody's giving them a chance, that this is a team that is a little bit flying under the radar going into the year. Are they? I think so. Like, I think Penn State's the easy favorite in the Big Ten.
The home of Dirt and Spray. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on the Fan Sports Network.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/power. That's GoFundMe.com/power to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/POWER. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Somebody said skedaddle.
This is Primetime with Isaac and Suk on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
All right, this is In the News for August 26, 2025. Thank you for being with us here today on this beautiful day. Well, the flat fire out in Central Oregon has forced, we talked about this one yesterday, right near Sisters. It has forced The Office star Rainn Wilson to evacuate his mountain cabin.
Oh.
And he's not happy about it.
Is he a permanent resident out there, or is this just like kind of a vacation?
No.
I thought he was a Seattle guy.
Well, he is. So he is from Seattle.
That's what I was thinking about.
And he met his wife, who is from Portland, at the University of Washington. Did you know that?
I did not.
Her name is Holiday, correct?
I knew he had some...
Holiday Reinhold.
I knew he had some local...
What?
I think it's Reinhorn, isn't it? I think you're thinking Judge Reinhold?
Oh, Reinhorn, yeah. Holiday Reinhorn.
Get all your Dwight Schrute facts from the sports desk over here.
Yeah, you big Dwight Schrute guy.
I was a big Office guy.
Well, Rainn, so he posted a video about it. And normally people would look at celebrities having to evacuate and, like they don't. But he said that he has had to evacuate 4 times in 6 years.
Ooh.
Not just at this place. Apparently, his home in L.A., half of it burned down.
Oh, man. So
and he had to evacuate in L.A.
You just got a run of bad luck here, huh?
So his post, and I'm not going to play it for you, but if you want to hear what he said, it's a couple minutes. He is talking about climate change and
and that's what
that type of thing.
That can rub people the wrong way.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
well, you said he's an activist, and
well, he is. He speaks a lot about climate change, and again, he's right. Everything he says is right. It's just
says you.
Some people don't. I don't know. It's not worth playing.
Sure.
Well, maybe it is worth playing, but if you want to go see what he had to say,
some of the photos. I'm looking here at the speech, and he's showing some of the photos.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's crazy.
That's scary stuff.
And his whole thing, like I said, it's only 2.5 minutes, and he has actual facts in there, So he's just frustrated. He's like, dude, here's why this is happening.
It certainly does feel like,
and he explains it.
But
some people don't buy that.
No.
So.
Well, we reach a weird point in our society. I think we do this with energy. I think we do it with school shootings. We do it with the fires, where we kind of we're told basically to accept horrible things as like non-negotiables. It's just like, well, this is what's going to happen. It's like all the time, like we keep getting kids shot in school, and we're like, well, that's just the way it is. Dude, every summer now, our forests are burning down, and we're like, well, that's what's happening. And it's like, well, we need to come up with better energy sources. Nope, inefficient, cost too much, not doing it. So
the windmills are driving the whales crazy.
I get where, if you're one of those people, I get the frustration level when something keeps happening to you and no one and no one cares, because you're just saying that's the way it is.
Yeah, so go check out his vid.
Yeah.
He's got a little something for you in there.
Yeah, I saw it. I like his hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know a whole lot about Rainn Wilson, and I was not a huge Office guy, so.
Really?
Nah, never got me.
Oh, great show.
I've seen it from time to time. I'm aware of The Office. I'm aware of the characters. It just didn't. Wasn't my cup of tea. I was like Parks and Rec, and like 30 Rock were kind of similar shows, like the mockumentary style. I forget what they call those, but
yeah,
like
mockumentary style. But
mockumentary style.
But
I like
Parks and Rec was essentially supposed to be not direct rip-off, but they took the Office formula and just put it in a different setting.
Yes, and
the character's totally different, obviously.
And I liked that version better. Just never quite struck the chord with me. I've seen the British Office one, and I actually kind of like that one a little better.
That was really good. Ricky Gervais. There's only a few episodes, 12 or something.
I was more of a Kate and Allie guy.
I remember Kate and Allie.
Kate and Allie?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Were you a Dharma and Greg guy?
What?
No.
Were you a Dharma and Greg guy?
No.
Dharma and Greg. Was that the big tall blonde?
Yes.
What's her name?
Jenna Elfman, I believe.
Hot.
I liked her. And I don't remember. I can picture the guy, but I
was
don't
a
remember.
Darman Greg guy. Now that
Were you?
Come to think of it, loved her.
Yeah.
Mr. Belvedere.
Simon. I don't know why I thought
Alf.
of this, but did you ever watch Simon and Simon?
Simon and Simon.
Simon and Simon.
God, that
Why does
sounds
that sound familiar? I watched
familiar.
Pete and Pete.
Oh, dude. Pete and Pete's one of my all-time faves. But Pete and Pete was Dabney Coleman and I forget who the other guy was. And it's like one of those bad 70s, 80s shows with like private investigators. It's like Magnum PI. And I used to love Simon and Simon, and I don't know why, but for no reason, the John Hamm and who's the guy from Severance and Parks and Rec?
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott. Go look it up. Adam Scott and John Hamm recreated shot for shot the iconic opening of Simon and Simon for seemingly no reason. I don't know why. They're not redoing it.
Maybe they were big fans.
I just love that somehow someone was like, "Hey, do you want to recreate the opening to Simon and Simon?"
Obviously.
And they were like, "Yeah, I do." It's identical, but with John Hamm.
Yeah, I'm watching it here. They got a little YouTube side by side of it.
It's amazing. I saw that the other day, and I was like, I freaking loved that show. And I love Adam Scott, and I love John Hamm. And the only thing that kind of broke my heart is when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, they're redoing Simon and Simon. And then they were like, no,
Those guys just liked the show and wanted to have some fun?
They just wanted to do the opening. And it's so 80s. There's a hot air balloon. There's a scene at like SeaWorld. It's amazing. And John Hamm's got a mustache because Dabney Coleman had it. Megan Mullally's in it. I need that. You can't do that to me. You can't tease me with thinking that you're redoing Simon and Simon with the great John Hamm.
Would you watch Simon and Simon recreated with Adam Scott and John Hamm?
Only if it was shot for shot. I want the
exactly as it was.
Dude, I would watch the hell out of that. My mom watched that show, and
wow.
I loved all those cheesy Magnum PI, Airwolf.
Yeah.
You know, all those.
Well, the A-Team was kind of like
it's
that.
the same sort of thing. Knight Rider. I loved that crap.
All right, there's your In the News. AUG 26, 2025. It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. We have to get some serious sports talk in here, don't we? Or do we?
Can we talk about the Rockford Files, which again, amazing.
Yeah, see, that one I never got into.
Oh, really?
No.
Dude, you should go back and give the Rockford Files a spin. You're like, can't do it.
Well, no, I'm considering. I mean, you know, I'm considering what to tease here, and I'm kind of stuck. But
okay,
here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
All right. Next hour,
you're gonna go live in a.
I have concepts of a plan.
And solve crimes like James Rockford.
That sounds pretty appealing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Beachfront trailer in Malibu.
Yeah, he had a trailer
that will only cost $2 million these days.
But back in the day, it was just a scrappy private eye that happened to live on the beach in a trailer.
Yeah, those times have come and gone.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about a sporting event that I didn't know was this wild, and we'll look at areas of optimism and concern for each of the best teams in college football. Those items are coming up with much, much more next hour on 105.1 The Fan.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge.
FM and 1080 AM.
Okay, everyone, shut up and look at me.
Primetime with Isaac and Suk.
The less I know about other people's affairs, the happier I am. I'm not interested in caring about people.
Isaac Robb.
I once worked with a guy for 3 years and never learned his name. Best friend I ever had. We still never talk sometimes.
Jason Sukanik.
I also think it's pointless for a human to paint scenes of nature when they could just go outside and stand in it.
Primetime on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080.
Please do not misinterpret the fact that I am talking right now as genuine interest. End of speech.
The Fan.
All right. Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice, juicy, buttery little Tuesday out there in Radio Land. It's your sports bros. Rop, that's me. Big Sook's right over there.
We were talking about, I brought up Simon and Simon, and someone on the text program brought up a great point. If you grew up in the 80s, you would have thought that being a PI, a private investigator, one, was the coolest job in the world, and that there were 1,000 of them. Like, I just thought, like, growing up, I don't know why private investigators were the thing that was being pushed. That and ninjas. Really thought both of those things would play a much bigger role in my adult life.
You took the thought right out of my head. The ninja thing. Every movie in the 80s and even early 90s, every henchman was some like face-covered clad ninja. Like,
Yeah.
why were they all around?
I don't know. But the 80s was the land of, if you were an adult, you were going to have to deal with a ninja, and chances are at some point you would need a private investigator, an sassy one at that, to try to solve some sort of problem because the cops wouldn't be able to help you.
Yeah, I always thought the cool thing about the PI deal was just wearing whatever you wanted.
Yeah, you play by your own rules, man.
Like Tom Selleck would just wear cool shirts. Yeah.
The Hawaiian shirts and the Detroit Tigers hat, the aviators.
Yeah.
It's just
a
that
rock and look.
Living the dream.
It's the way to do it. A little disappointed at how life turned out. At no point has Ninja Stars played a role, or nunchucks, in my adult life. I've never needed a private investigator. And if I had to hire one, chances are he'd probably be some schmuck. I'm not hiring some cool, badass Vietnam vet that wears a cowboy hat and a Hawaiian shirt. Burt Reynolds isn't coming to save me.
All we got is Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I know. Like,
You know?
that's what we're dealing with? He's not even a private. He's like a bail bondsman.
But even back then, we liked him. I thought he was cool at when I first saw him. Like, oh, look at this badass. And now I'm like, oh, God.
It's kind of sad,
Yeah,
pathetic.
didn't age well. Coming up tonight in the club, 6 to 7, I have Super Bowl halftime show odds, The Official.
Ooh.
We'll talk some Taylor Swift and Dustwall talk as well.
Dustwall?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Dustwall.
We talking haboobs?
Yes.
Nice.
But we must get back to sport. And there is an event in the United States that I only just now learned how wild it is.
Okay, talk to me.
Have you been following what's been going on at the U.S. Open of tennis?
No, I have not. This is, I saw Serena Williams was back. Does that have anything to do with it?
No.
Okay.
So there was a match between two bros.
Yes.
I think Medvedev was one of them.
Daniil Medvedev, who used to be very, very good and now has kind of fallen off a little bit.
And then who's the other guy?
Benjamin Bonzi.
Bonzi, some young guy. Okay. So what ends up happening is they're playing their tennis match. You know, they're hitting that little tennis ball, the little fuzzy ball.
Yeah.
And this is U.S. Open is in New York. For those that don't know,
Meadows, right?
Flushing Meadows, yeah. And it's a very popular, huge event.
Yeah.
I've always thought it, was like kind of hoity-toity Masters-y.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not.
I guess it's a wild-ass party.
I would assume so. I mean, it's New York, man.
It's a little bit like Wimbledon does have the Masters hoity-toity, but it's maybe more like, I don't know.
It's more like the Ryder Cup.
Or something like that. Yeah, there's more of that.
Well, they so they're playing their match, and a photographer comes on the court and by accident gets in the way of a point.
Okay.
So the
I see it
umpire
here.
or whatever, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, the chair umpire.
That dude, he goes
that dude.
Reserve. First serve again.
Yeah.
Now the crowd seems to be in favor of Medvedev. Now the guy serving is Bonzi. And so Medvedev gets pissed off. He's like, well, because he lost the point, Bonzi did. So Medvedev was like, well, why are you letting him serve it again? He lost that point. And so he goes over there and starts arguing with this guy. It took 7 minutes for them to calm the crowd down. The crowd was, I guess, just booing relentlessly. They were all drunk. Apparently, they have this drink. Have you heard of the Honeydeuce?
The Honeydeuce.
The Honeydeuce. It's the hottest new drink in America.
Well, it's a big thing at the tennis Grand Slams. They all now have a signature drink or cocktail that rakes in tons
millions.
Tons of money.
Google Honeydeuce.
Okay.
You'll be blown away by how big this is at the U.S. Open.
I think last year they sold 550,000 of them at $23 a pop and cleared $12 million.
Oh my
And
God.
you get your it's a signature cup that comes with it.
It's a Honeydeuce.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
You said
Honeydeuce.
honeydew.
No, Honeydeuce.
It has honeydew melon.
Okay.
So it's Grey Goose.
Okay.
Because the Grey Goose is the ones who started it.
Yeah.
They're a sponsor. Lemonade, and then Chambord or a raspberry liqueur of your choice. And then they garnish it with 3 honeydew melon balls that look like tennis balls.
I see it here.
Nice looking cocktail. But apparently everybody gets housed at the U.S. Open on Honeydeuces. And then they start booing incessantly. They were booing to the point where the guy... So 7 minutes later, which doesn't seem like a long time, but it is.
Dude, a 7-minute delay
7 minutes.
or a 7-minute straight boo is impressive.
And the guy couldn't serve. He was getting a little perturbed. He's like, could you... I mean,
He's going,
I kind of want to
go
serve.
back to your shanties. Why can't you serve? This goes back to my point about golfers and kind of being like kind of candy asses. Like, you can't serve while the crowd's booing.
Well,
Like,
he didn't.
it's-
He was pissed. He ended up. No, he won the match. He ended up winning the match, and they calmed everybody down. But apparently, this all I'm telling you here is it doesn't
getting wild
matter
out
about who won that match. The U.S. Open of tennis is a wild ass crazy party, and I had no idea.
Well, and left out were a couple minor details, but he was yelling at the cameraman who left. He was asking him, "Are you not a man?" He was like challenging the cameraman's manhood.
No, he was saying that to the umpire.
Oh, that was to the umpire. I thought that was
Yes.
directed at the cameraman.
No, the cameraman just walked off.
Well, he gave that guy crap for leaving. Like, where are you going? Kind of a thing.
Yeah, he said he got the crowd. Medvedev got the crowd on his side by saying, "Hey, are you seeing this? This guy wants to leave. He gets paid by the match, not the hour. He wants to get out of here." Or, I don't know.
And then the racket slamming. Did you see that?
Yeah, they're just it was insane.
It was a full on
He
meltdown.
bashed his racket like 60 times.
It was insane. It'd be like Happy Gilmore if the Masters turned into Happy
like
Gilmore.
the waste management or something.
I will say that the tennis player meltdown and the smashing of the racket, it doesn't get enough talk for like being the crybaby boo boo. Like, no one has a meltdown quite like tennis players. Like, you don't see that on the PGA Tour. No one's out there beating the hell out of your 4-iron into the green
No.
and then snapping it across your knee.
It's true. That's one of yet another thing you have pointed out that I love about golf is that it is a gentlemanly game.
Yeah.
Like you're not. The standard is you don't do that crap.
And yet in
And
tennis,
in tennis,
you're
that
allowed
is-
to freak out.
They'll let you do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah,
Little spoiled
you
brats.
smash the racket and you're yelling at umps.
And
we
they
have
can
the
issue
John.
like time warnings and things like that, but there's really no repercussions.
I understand also like getting mad, but much like when you see the guy losing it at the airport and he's yelling at the TSA and you think to yourself, hey man, where's this going? Like, how does this end up for you? When you're smashing your racket and you're yelling at the chair ump, where exactly do you think that's heading? Do you think the ump's going to be like, you know what? You are right. Thank you for screaming obscenities at me and smashing your racket. I am going to see it your way. Fascinates me that for all the talk of these athletes having like great control and composure, none of them can actually hold it together.
Yeah, I think that. Have you watched any of that tennis reality show on Netflix?
I have not. Was that it's like the
Breakpoint or something like that?
Yeah, Breakpoint.
Yeah, it's not that great, but it does shed light into the mindset of tennis players.
Yeah.
One, they are much like golfers, very privileged.
Yes.
But two, I think there's something to the individual sport, you being the only person out there.
Yeah.
That creates
prima donna sort of.
It just creates a different vibe around your mannerisms. Like one, all eyes are on you.
Sure.
Yeah,
if you're the center fielder and you're losing it, you have an
Exactly.
entire team that you have to kind of be accountable to. Whereas,
Right.
yeah, you're at center court
Or
Arthur Ashe
football,
Stadium.
football is such a gladiator sport that if you see somebody get pissed and throw an iPad, it's like you get that. But with tennis and golf, because they're such hoity-toity sports,
Yeah.
we don't often accept we don't. I mean, sometimes we do in tennis, like we were just talking about. But this behavior is, it's like, ooh, what is this? But you see in those Netflix documentaries, and the golf one is the same way. Dude, tennis players and golfers are all freaking head cases.
Yes.
Because they are the only one out there. Yeah. And that's why you see them constantly the tennis players are constantly throwing their hands up looking at their coach.
Yeah,
you see that all the time?
Yeah,
they're always blaming their coach. They're turning around like, what?
The tennis player has more meltdowns than anything else. And again, it's the same thing I think about golf. Like, so you can't serve because a crowd is booing you. And because serving is so hard to do, and yet you can go into a Major League Baseball stadium and you got a guy up there that's getting ready to drop 101 on you, and then a little cut fastball that's going to go 89 and dip, and we can get 65,000 people booing your ass, but we're expecting you to perform. But in golf and tennis, we freak out if someone has a mouse fart.
Well, I think the thing about it is like the greats, the Federers, the Nadals, all the greats, male, female, those are the ones that none of that stuff bothers them. Right? Like they are I really believe for the most part, the true transcendent players in tennis and golf, it's all upstairs. Yeah. Now, Tiger had the whole package of physical ability plus that mental, like he was just going to kill you.
Yeah.
He was going to defeat you.
Yeah.
And probably still wants to.
Yeah, he's psycho.
And I think a lot of those guys and gals are wired that way, and nothing bothers them. They are so one-track minded that none of that stuff you're talking about matters. Now, you start to see the guys who can't win or the gals who can't quite get over the hump. They're really talented, but they can't really quite get over the hump. I think you're looking at people who, I'm not saying they're mentally weak. They're not. They're just not peak mental toughness like some of those other guys. Like Roger Federer, dude.
Unflappable.
Unflappable. Yeah. Always was unflappable. Like that's the difference between the greats, for the most part, in golf and tennis than any other sport. Physically, football, you mentioned it earlier, you don't have to have a brain for certain positions.
No, you do not.
That same is true baseball. There's a lot of morons in baseball. Yeah. I just feel like tennis and golf are a little different in that regard. And that's what it is.
The tantrum to me in tennis is a real turnoff. It's the tough guy yelling, screaming, slamming rackets just doesn't.
Well, it's like the golf club throw, the Wyndham Clark stuff. You're just like, dude,
you play tennis.
You can leave that out.
Yeah, dude, settle down, cookie. It's a bit much. And I used to really like tennis, and I don't know. It's the sport that has fallen off my radar more than any other. And I don't know why exactly that is. It just
you have to tune in for now. Carlos Alcaraz has a buzz cut.
Dude, he looks like a villain now.
Dude.
He used to look like this up and coming little guy, and now he's a hardo.
All of tennis is freaking out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get yourself a couple honeydeuces and watch Carlos Alcaraz.
Well, he lost the Mike Lynch haircut.
I do kind of
want
to try one of these honeydeuces though.
Well, yeah, it sounds delightful.
Yeah, it does sound delightful.
And might I offer the lemonade as being a quality, and I mean quality mixer for vodka.
Perfect.
100%.
I love.
Couldn't agree more.
But I don't like the. So if I
the pre-made like Mike's Hard Lemonade or whatever.
No, the golf. If I'm on the golf course and I want a cocktail, but I don't want to go to whiskey quite yet.
Yeah.
I always my go-to is always a vodka, half lemonade, half soda.
Oh.
Cuts the sugary lemonade.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely delightful. Now you're talking about the honeydeuce. You're adding Chambord and then honeydew melon or whatever it is. Come on.
Put that in the old back pocket.
Why would I put it in my back pocket? I think I would drink it.
The recipe. Just kind of throw it out there. Like the idea. Little lemonade, little soda, little vodka. Play tomorrow. Maybe I throw one of those out there.
Yeah, apparently Alcaraz's brother was trying to cut his hair and he screwed it up, so they had to buzz it. Which we've all been there.
And now it's the biggest thing.
Oh, tennis is freaking out, dude. You seen it yet?
I have not,
bro. We might have to do a whole segment on it.
It's like when David.
What do you think about that?
Beckham used to be like that. When he would cut his hair, people would freak out.
Let's take a look at the best college football teams.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Areas of concern, but also areas of optimism, including Oregon. Coming up next on The Fan.
He's back. Damian Lillard is returning to Rip City.
Batum throws to Lillard. A three for the game.
A long road to recovery from injury still looms.
Is Drew Holiday still around? What sort of progress has Klingon made?
on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Now, the listeners have got me a little...
You all right?
Well, we're on a topic here that is very near and dear to my heart.
And that is?
Cocktails.
Oh, all right.
And we were talking about golf course cocktails, and I was saying that lemonade is a very underrated mixer, but too much lemonade is no good.
Too sweet for you?
Well, yes. I don't know if it's just me, but I think a lot of people are like this. Cocktails in the craft cocktail world is, I mean, what a boom.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. Depending on where you go, there's some really good stuff out there.
Yes.
But I think that people are they're over the sugary drinks.
Yeah.
It's too sugary. Some of them are too sugary.
My gal is 100% like this. She does not like the sugary drinks.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't.
You go to like the islands and stuff, and you know, some rum cocktails are great, but again, it's a lot
it's
of people,
very sugary.
Very
people
sugary.
don't like that.
Yes.
And it's not, I think it's somewhat similar to people's beer tastes kind of shifting. I think people beer drinkers are moving away from the super hoppy stuff more so now and getting into more easy drinking, lighter beers.
Sure.
Somebody said, drink a transfusion cocktail. Wonderful bevy on the golf course. And I'm not denying that the transfusion is a wonderful bevy.
It's all the rage.
It is all the rage, but I think that it is exactly what I'm talking about. The transfusion is made with vodka, grape juice, and then you put in ginger ale and some lime.
Sure.
And guys drink it. If you go to a country club or a member guest golf tournament,
a lot of those.
dude, you will see guys drinking these constantly.
Sure.
And I think what that is exactly what I'm talking about, in that we're in search. Transfusion doesn't quite hit for me, but we're getting closer to finding that signature American cocktail that's drinkable and less sugary. And you can have a bunch of them. Now, to me, the transfusion is, again, too sugary, but I think this is what we're in search of. We just haven't found it yet. So the transfusion, to me, is a very groupthink cocktail. One guy orders one. People go, what's that? I don't really know what I want because there's really nothing that's appealing right now, so I'll just get one of those. And that's how that works. And all of a sudden, the transfusion has become like the most popular cocktail on a golf course. It's not that great, and it's too sugary. I am in search.
It's fine. Someone can make better. Yeah.
It's fine. That's what I'm saying. I am in search of the perfect American cocktail.
Now, are you talking about just on the golf course, or just
it can
in
be
general?
It can be anywhere, but I drink. I like to have a drink on the golf course. I play a lot of golf, so I want it out there too. It needs to be versatile, a la the like the Aperol Spritz.
Yeah.
You know, in Italy. I mean, a delightfully refreshing
that
cocktail.
you find everywhere. In Japan, it's the highball.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's great.
When you go to Japan, the highball is
and it's not too sweet, not too sugary, is it?
The highball is the end all to be all.
So why don't we have that in the United States of America? This is my passion.
I'm trying to think of what if I had to say what the great American cocktail is, and by the way, I'm not saying it's great, but I think the most American cocktail is probably a Jack and Coke.
Yeah, but I mean,
no. I'm just saying, like if you ask me what an American,
and that's the problem.
It would be a Jack and Coke.
And, well, that's
or
the problem.
A whiskey Coke, whatever.
So I mean, like soda is so far down the list for people.
Well, and again, that's a ton of sugar. Unless
that's what I'm saying.
A lot of people are doing, you know, you're doing a diet. You're doing a rum or a Jack and Diet Cola.
If you're just talking traditional cocktails, they all kind of suck, but they get you where you need to go.
Sure.
Like vodka tonic or Jack and Coke. I'm talking about a cocktail that's nice, light. You can have several of them, not too sugary, not too sweet, that is just an American cocktail, and we can't find it. It does not exist yet, and I really want to live to see that day.
Interesting.
Because I feel like we need it. We're America, damn it.
Make cocktails great again is what you're saying.
Well, we are, but we don't have a standard. Like if you go to
the old fashioned, no?
I think the old fashioned may be a little too strong for a lot of people, but
yeah.
And I talked to a bartender recently who said the old fashioned people are not ordering old fashions anymore. You know what they're moving into?
Negronis?
The mezcals.
Oh yeah.
And all those kind of drinks. You'll see a ton of, if you go to restaurants, you'll see the craft cocktail menus. loaded with tequila and mezcal.
Well, I would tell you when we go to bars, and I am a avid barman. Everyone always orders off the menu. I usually start out with just an old fashioned. I judge your bar based on how you make the old fashioned, and from there, because I always ask, do you have a house old fashioned? Because there's a lot of different takes on it, and that's just how I judge, and I go from there. But I will tell you that I do find myself in the minority. Not a lot of people, when I'm out drinking, I see ordering the old fashioned.
Well, I like an old fashioned, but I probably only drink one of them. And by the way, there are some places you go into that you would not dare order an old fashioned, and if
No.
you do, you get what you deserve.
If you're going into the Slammer and you're ordering an old fashioned,
That's what I'm saying.
One, the old fashioned's probably coming in a pint glass.
Well,
and
right.
you don't want that.
And so this is this is back to my point. There's just got to be something a little more universal for us in Merca.
Just go with a Long Island iced tea and just finish it off.
Awful. Absolutely
Just
awful.
Put every amount of liquor you can.
God. I tell you
Just
what,
light the fuse.
you want me to judge you instantly? Order a Long Island iced tea.
You're going to jail.
Dude.
When you start drinking Long Island iced tea,
You have a drinking problem. And
One of
that
the
is
best nights in
it.
college, $2 Long Islands at Taylor's. You could bring a $10 bill and get housed.
and they have all those. There's like 12 different variations of it, but just if long iced tea is put behind it, you are just buckle up.
You know, the one thing that you could, I'd perk up if you talk to me about this on this topic. If we bring back the martini.
Yeah. You a martini guy?
Yeah, I mean, I could be.
I don't do martini.
I want to like them and don't.
I think they need to be, again, I think they need to evolve, get spiced up a little bit. And then maybe you could get me with something like that, but you don't see a lot of those out there.
No. I enjoy a nice gimlet from time to time.
Gimlets are good.
Yeah, I like it. We were trying. We went. Me and my buddies. We were on a run. We were saying we were going to bring the gimlet back. Plus, it's funny going into a dive bar and ordering a gimlet. It's a tasty little beverage.
Yeah, somebody said they're
zest
into
to it.
Negronis now. Negronis all the rage. I like those. Those are good. But I don't know. Just food for thought.
Well, someone points out
when
the
you're out
thing
there.
that you're after is part of the reason that hard seltzers have gotten so popular.
Yes, exactly.
Because people want the sweet, but not too much.
That is exactly
That's
right.
how that has boomed.
And listen, dude, those freaking, what are those, White Claws? What is that
White Claws,
crap?
High Noons,
Dude,
Trulies. There's
get
a million of them.
Bent White Claw. That stuff sucks. You have to drink like 80 of them to even feel a buzz.
Well, now they're making extra juiced ones that are called Surge and Truly.
Okay, well now they're
And
they're up in the ante.
They finally figured it out.
And what people are doing is you see it a lot where
They put vodka.
They
in.
put vodka.
Yeah, because they're so crappy.
You crack open a High Noon, they drink a sip of it, and then you top it off with tequila or vodka, or whatever you want. And you go from there.
But
I
this
see more and
guy's
more
right.
people doing that.
He says cocktails. He said cocktails are too good now to be traditional. Like a margarita, a Jack and Coke.
There's a lot of good stuff.
There's
out there.
just so much better variation on all of that.
If you go to a good bar, especially here in Portland, and you look at the drink menu, there are a lot. There, I guarantee there's at least 2 or 3 on the custom menu you'll go, ooh.
Absolutely.
Like, what's happening here? I haven't even thought of
But
this.
what sucks, and I'm sure this happens to you as well, is when you're out and you may not be at a craft cocktail bar, you're somewhere else, and you look at the options and you just go, nothing sounds good. I hate that. That should not, as a big drinker, that bothers me. That should not happen. And what I end up going back to typically is wine. Because I love wine, and it's always around.
It's your safe option when there's not a good cocktail.
Absolutely safe, and I can have a couple of them and be fine.
When in doubt, Irish whiskey on the rocks, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'll do bourbon on the rocks or just a straight up vodka soda.
Every time. And if you want something a little more, you want something a little cut, just throw some ginger ale in there. Irish whiskey and Jameson and Tully's, and maybe you want to go Bushmills, whatever is your haunt. Throw that in there with a little ginger ale, and I'm good to go all night long.
All right. There is hot alcohol talk right out of the blue.
White Claws led to the downfall of civilization.
White Claws are awful, dude.
No laws when you're drinking claws.
Nope.
But Buck is exactly right. It goes back to what the people are searching.
That's what the people want.
They're
Something,
searching.
not that, but something closer to that.
Yep. And companies they're getting closer. Okay, the honeydews.
I do. I want to try a honeydew.
Dude, bottle that.
Yeah, I want to try it.
Maybe I'll call my guy Syatt straight away.
Yeah, straight away.
Have him make a honeydew.
Except they don't have the little melon balls.
Yeah.
Gotta have the accoutrement.
All right. Now what are we gonna do?
Well, what we were going to talk about, I think we were talking storylines before we got to
like weaknesses and strengths of teams
Yeah.
or something.
Top 25 optimism concern.
And someone said, have you considered moving to Zima?
Yet another one that
they tried.
To Buck's point, people were trying that when we
Smeared
were
off
younger.
ice, they tried that.
They're like,
Too
oh,
sweet,
maybe
but
these
they
are...
tried.
No, nothing has worked for 50 years. Figure it out.
Yeah, we're on the verge of all things new.
Maybe that's our $1 billion idea.
Yeah, a great American cocktail.
All right. Yes, we'll get back to college football top 25 teams, optimism and concerns next. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, roster cut down day in the NFL. Among the notable Seahawk cuts to get the number down to 53 are receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the veteran. He is let go. So is linebacker Patrick O'Connell and former Oregon State running back Damian Martinez. The Browns will keep Shadur Sanders on their 53-man roster. He'll start the season third string behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. On the diamond, the Mariners started the day a game and a half behind the Astros in the AL West and still in control of that third wildcard spot, 4 games clear of the Astros. Tonight they host the Padres again at T-Mobile with Luis Castillo on the hill. Dylan Cease gets the start for the Friars. First pitch from Soto at 6:40. And if you're scoreboard watching, the Astros and Rockies are underway. That one is 1-0 in favor of Houston in the bottom of the second. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube. on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Well, we get Texas, Ohio State Saturday morning, 9 o'clock.
Let's go. Big nooner, baby.
Yeah. Where will you be at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning?
On my couch. Well, actually, yeah, I'll be on my couch. That's one's gonna have to be TiVo'd for me, but I'll catch the start of it. Then I'll have something about midway through, and I'll come back and check the rest of it out. But yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Week one. I mean, come on. Texas, Arch Manning, and I'm really interested in seeing what Arch Manning has to offer.
And Julian Sayin, for that matter.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, Sayin isn't getting the hype, which I'm intrigued by because
no, but he's the new quarterback on a top new team.
Yeah,
so
and
I
you're
want to
just
see what he's
not
got.
hearing the buzz about him. But Arch Manning is the second coming, and I want to see him live up to the hype. And some people are like, oh, dude, you're an idiot because you're downplaying Arch Manning. I just don't understand why people are saying he's the next thing when he couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers. So I want to see him go in. That is the most interesting storyline to me in the first half of the season is Arch Manning, not his first start, but his first meaningful start on the road at Ohio State. Let's go.
So there was an article in the Wall Street Journal today, and the title of it is Arch Manning is the biggest college quarterback prospect ever. And finally, he's getting the keys. But one of the points in this article that they were let's see who wrote it. It's Jason Gay.
It's a silly statement.
Well, but I mean, he's going back to just the Manning, the pedigree, and
the hype and the aura.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah. I mean,
we don't know boo about him as a quarterback.
Well, I mean, but you know his measurables, and everybody loves his measurables, and they love his pedigree. Like you couldn't, he does look like he should be really, really good. Sure. And then, of course, when you add the Manning on the back of his jersey, there comes the hype. But Jason Gay was talking about in this article. He's like, dude, it doesn't matter what he does Saturday, short of just torching Ohio State.
Sure,
nobody's going to say it's good enough. Because he's already so hyped. Yeah. That it's just like, dude, what can that guy do? I mean, Gay was basically laying it out, like, be prepared that he's not as great as the hype.
And I guess that's then, to be fair, that's what I've been saying. I think we are setting him up on a pedestal that unless he is some sort of generational talent, and he wasn't that in high school, he hasn't been that his first couple years in college. Why all of a sudden are we saying this now?
Well,
and that's almost unfair to him. I'm not rooting for him to fail. I'm just waiting before I'm anointing someone.
Well, sure, but I think that he points out several reasons why everybody loves Arch. One of them that nobody talks about is how good Peyton and Eli were with the media, and Archie to some extent too. This kid already is that. Like they trained him so well. As a young, that he is already really polished in terms of how he handles his business, and I think that impresses a lot of people that are around that program or that cover college football. Sure. So that's another thing that doesn't get mentioned a lot, but he is he just always says the right things already.
Well, and now, but
and the Mannings
saying the right thing doesn't put the ball on the number. So go out and prove it.
But
now.
You're asking where the hype come from. Yeah. It comes from things like that. The other thing he brought up in here, which I had no idea, he writes, on one hand is that incredible quarterback bloodline, 3 NFL pros, 2 college Hall of Famers, 4 Super Bowl rings, too many TV commercials to count. Sure. It's often said that Cooper, the eldest of Archie's 3 sons, was the best athlete of the Manning brothers, a star receiver forced to quit the game after spinal stenosis surgery.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Well, I mean, people say that, but just the hyperbole. You have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and you're like,
they have no idea, but he was the oldest, so he was supposed to be getting offers and things like that. But
it's so much for me. And normally when you get this and it's unproven, what is the old the Brad Pitt Inglourious Bastards? When we hear from where I'm from, Materville, Tennessee, when we hear a story that's too good to be true, it usually ain't. And that's all I'm saying about Arch Manning. Prove it. You got a chance here. Shut everyone up, including me. Go into the horseshoe, cram it somewhere where Ohio State can't get it, and go prove it. So
prove it is where it's going to get dicey because a lot of people are going to want more than he can give.
Yeah.
He's a first-year starting quarterback. There are going to be bumps in the road. So in some ways, and the Mannings aren't. I have to hand it to the Mannings. I don't think they're really propping Arch up. As a matter of fact, it sort of feels like the Mannings are trying to
tap it down. Yeah, because they've said he's coming back next year.
Yeah, they're saying he's coming back. They said he's going to stay at Texas. We don't care if he doesn't win the starting. Like, they've done all the right things in order to downplay the hype of Arch. They don't want that. But you can't control it. So I just feel like Arch is going to be he could have a really good year this year, but it won't be good enough for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's
well, when you
but they're not the ones perpetuating that.
But when you're made out to be quarterback Jesus, you can't be quarterback John the Baptist. You need to be Jesus. And tank for Arch and Nick Saban coming back and all this stuff.
It's the March for Arch.
The March for Arch.
Yeah.
That doesn't work to be good. Quinn Ewers. Again, Quinn Ewers was a fine college quarterback. Quinn Ewers was not the great college quarterback that we were told.
Well, who knows? Maybe this guy.
And I say this about Drew Aller. I'll say it about Doug Nussmeier. All these guys. We've been told that like Drew Aller, when he got to Penn State, Drew Aller was going to be the one to change the fate of Penn State. He was going to be the one that got Penn State over the hill. He has not gotten him over the hill. And now he has an opportunity with seemingly some rebuild going on with some of the Big Ten schools and Penn State having everything back. And Drew Aller, I believe, his fourth year starting. I don't want to hear from Drew Aller that he's a good quarterback that falls short again. Go win a national championship. Put the team on your back and go beat the first-year starting quarterbacks at Michigan, Ohio State, and Oregon. Go bring it home.
All of that to say, I was looking at the list of the top 25 reasons for optimism and reasons for concern. And this was done by CBS, and of course, Texas being number one.
Sure.
Their concern is offensive line. And this is why I'm bringing up the idea that Arch, look, I'm not saying they have a bad offensive line. There's obviously talent there, but they have to replace 4 starters on their offensive line.
Including Banks, who is an All-American tackle.
Last I checked, that at times may be a little hard for a quarterback until they get their footing.
Sure.
So there's another one where if Arch, Texas is going to be good, but
if they can't protect him,
he may have some ugly starts. There may be some ugly things in there. And then, of course, that's all going to come back to, Arch, but a lot of it is just too high of expectations placed on him too early.
Yeah.
It's just calm down. Like you said, Drew Aller's a great example.
Yeah.
Drew Aller has all the measurables.
Same thing, right?
Same guy. They've been talking about him for years, but he just didn't and hasn't. But last year he took a step forward.
Big step.
And now he's poised.
Yeah.
Arch, why are we expecting Arch? Well, I know why. We've talked about why.
Yeah.
But expecting Arch to come in and do all of that before, like, in the first year he's a starter is unrealistic.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen like that. Now, that's, again, not to say that he can't be good, but he is not going to rule college football right out of the gate. It's just not going to, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
See Drew Aller, which is the hard part for Arch,
Well,
and how they handle that is going to be a key.
Yeah, if you look at the other great quarterbacks, whether you're talking about over the last half of the years, Jayden Daniels won a Heisman Trophy and took the NFL by storm. He had to take his lumps. Klubnik at Clemson certainly had to take some.
Trevor Lawrence,
Deshaun
Watson.
Yeah, a lot of these guys
all
did.
of them.
Yeah.
And they were all great college quarterbacks. It takes time.
Yeah, every now and then you get a guy that comes in and pops. But yes, to be fair.
Like who is the one quarterback who came in with a bunch of Andrew Luck?
Jameis Winston won I believe he won his redshirt freshman year. Johnny Manziel
But
won
Winston
one.
didn't have as much hype.
No, he didn't have that kind of hype.
But
Andrew Luck had the hype, and Andrew Luck was good right out of the gate.
Yeah, he delivered.
Peyton Manning did too, but
Lawrence for the most part delivered, and he had a lot of hype. Tebow had a ton of hype, but Tebow got to play. Chris Leak was the starting quarterback, and Tebow had kind of
the platoon stuff his first time.
He had the platoon stuff where he just kind of had packages, but Tebow had a lot of hype and ended up producing on it. But yeah, it's hard. The only good thing you can say about Arch is he's not a freshman. Arch has been there for 2 years, and so maybe that helps. Maybe that helps the transition because he has played in games. He does have, I think, 2 starts. and he's not an 18-year-old freshman.
Ooh.
He's had a chance to kind of to settle his feet a little bit.
Trevi Lawrence won the title in his first year.
Yeah, freshman year, right?
I don't know if he was a freshman, but it was his first year starting.
I think he was.
I think it was a redshirt freshman. I don't think he was a true freshman.
No, not true.
I think it was in fact, Manziel and Winston, I believe, both won Heisman's as freshmen, but I believe it was redshirt freshmen. I don't think either one of them was a true freshman. So.
And Deshaun, what year he won it?
So, but people are not going to accept excuses. They just won't.
Yeah, he was a senior.
Yeah.
His third year starting.
Arch will, and maybe that's why the Mannings are saying, hey, he's going to come back and give him some time. He certainly doesn't need the money. You know, you're going to get paid a lot staying at Texas either way. No, especially if it's New Orleans drafted him.
All right, what does it say about Oregon? Reasons for optimism and concern. We'll get to that next on The Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Ducks athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
A little curious quotation here from Dan Lanning. He was asked about AI in college football, and he said, I'm not using ChatGPT on the sideline to decide what we're going to run, but I would be interested to see what kind of information it could provide. I don't know if it's made its way down to us yet. I think it is something that will continue to grow and can be a part of our game, but from a scouting standpoint mostly, and it's probably still too early for that.
Yeah,
How do you think about AI in college football?
Dave Bartu has talked about this, that he's working on a program, and it can basically... You can go in and say, hey, in the second quarter over the last 4 years on second and short, this is a team's tendency. So this is coming. You're going to be able to get real life analysis based on probability models. It is coming to the world of college football, if it's not already here.
Mods PDX, the future of building is here.
If you're considering new construction and want it done right and fast by a team that's focused on innovation, collaboration, and creativity, you want Mods PDX. At Mods PDX, we craft beautiful, sustainable, energy-efficient buildings of the highest quality. Our modular approach means your project can be completed faster than traditional construction, and our team of uniquely qualified architectural and trade professionals have the expertise and experience to make your vision a reality.
Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
So we're out of time, but just to wrap up our convo about Texas, and then I want to get to Oregon before we move on to the club. But we can't cut into too much club time.
No.
The people need their Club 1080. Or I mean,
the club.
Whatever we call
Club
it. Club
105.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Club 205, hopefully.
So Texas...
Off the 405 at 605.
Texas's concern is the offensive line. They said their strength, or reason for optimism, is just their defense. I mean, their defense is loaded.
Yeah, it's going to be nasty.
Colin Simmons and Anthony Hill, all those guys. For Oregon, what's funny is, I don't remember if it was yesterday or maybe it was last week, we talked about how one article had the reason for concern for Oregon being the defensive front.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they have for optimism here.
Yeah, I like their defensive front. To me, the weird part is this is an offensive team always. To me, the bigger concern's on the offensive side of the ball. I think the defense is going to be fine. The only question I have about the defense is, in the Dan Lanning era, and I think this is kind of a Tosh Lapoy thing, when they lose, their defense gets torched. In fact, I think Dan Lanning is undefeated when the defense has given up. I think it's 34 or 32.
That's right. If the defense gives up less than 34 points, Dan Lanning's never lost.
So when they have lost games, their defense has been cooked in big games. Even in the win against Ohio State, the defense kind of got cooked.
32-31 final.
So the biggest question to me with the defense is not it's just in those big moments when you're playing Penn State, maybe UW, USC at the end of the year when you get into the playoff against the big teams. Can you get a game where if your offense stalls out, can you win a game 21-17? Can you win a game 28-24? But I think the defense is the strength. To me, the bigger question is just a receiver. If I had to say one thing, quarterback and receiver, because we don't know about Dante Moore, despite what Yogi Roth tells you. He watched one practice. We don't know that he's going to be the second coming. You would assume that after 3 years of some of the best quarterback play in the country, between Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel, which are just two of the most veteran guys you'll ever see in modern college football. But those guys started 1,000 games. It's incredible. There should be a drop-off. Maybe by the end of the year, Moore's playing, or Novosad, whoever ends up being the guy, it's insane, ends up being this great guy. But there is going to be a step back in quarterback play. And I do think it's questionable that right now your returning receiver, he has 6 catches. You're counting on DeCorian Moore to be an absolute stud, to be kind of the big playmaker guy. But we've seen freshmen from Ryan Williams to Jeremiah Smith. We've seen freshman receivers make big impacts. But I do think it's asking a lot with a brand new quarterback, a very unproven receiving core. That is a much bigger question to me. I feel infinitely better about the Ducks defense and the front seven than I do about the quarterback wide receiver room for Oregon.
So their reason for optimism, the front seven, they think that there is so much talent there that they can offset the attrition and the losses of Harmon. And
especially of Bear Alexander. And I know he doesn't have the best reputation. They have done a nice job of getting transfers to light a fire under their ass. See Derek Harmon. And
Jordan Birch was one too.
Birch was. And if they can find the on switch for Bear Alexander and your front is Uyunglele, Amore Washington and Bear Alexander,
you're in good shape.
You're in good shape. You're going to be doing just fine. And you've got a bunch of studs running around back there behind him and 2 guys on the edge that are really good. So I really like that front.
And their concern is wide receiver depth.
Yes.
After the Evan Stewart injury. So, and that's one that everyone's pointing to.
Yeah. And I think early on, it wouldn't surprise me if this is a run heavy offense, and then Sadiq will probably be the breakout star. I think he will be a guy that's going to be featured a lot, especially in the run game with the play action.
So just real quick, if you're wondering about Ohio State, since they play Texas, reason for optimism: the passing game won't lose a beat.
Yeah, that's saying Will Howard didn't.
Well, you have Jeremiah Smith, just throw it to him.
That is true.
And the concern is
when in doubt.
It still relies on saying though.
Yeah, kind of. I think I could throw it to Jeremiah Smith, and he'd.
True, but if their quarterback sucks, it's not going to matter.
Well, don't you think I would suck? My point is, I can throw it to Jeremiah Smith, and he gets 90 catches. That guy's unbelievable.
Some people can throw it to Jeremiah Smith better than others. See Will Howard.
Well, and you got
saying
and you got Carnell Tate. I think they got a freshman. It's like Porter or something that they're saying. By the way, buckle up. He's going to be another
Well,
one.
somebody pointed this out today, and it is true. They have the best offensive player and the best defensive player in the country.
Yeah, and Caleb Downs and
Jeremiah Smith and Caleb.
Smith.
Jeremiah Smith is the receiver.
Yep.
Caleb Downs is the defensive back. Yep. But their area of concern is the defensive line. They say it's probably going to be fine, but it's one of the bigger question marks because of all of their losses.
Yeah. They lost both of their stud edges, and it's not a young group. It's all sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So it doesn't have the breakout stars that Ohio State has, but I was reading that their hope is that there may not be one singular star, but it's a lot of solid guys that have some miles under their belt.
All right, let's talk Tay-Tay next in the club on The Fan.
If your end of summer plans don't include a trip to Macy's,
From the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, some good news for Mariners fans if you are scoreboard watching. The Colorado Rockies have taken a 4-1 lead over the Houston Astros. Those Astros came into today with a game-and-a-half lead over the Mariners in the AL West. The M's get things started tonight against the Padres at 6:40 with Luis Castillo on the hill. Dylan Cease will get the start for San Diego. Meanwhile, in the NFL roster cutdown day, some notable cuts for the Seahawks include veteran receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling, linebacker Patrick O'Connell, and former Oregon State running back Damian Martinez. The Browns are also keeping Shadir Sanders on their 53-man roster. He will start the season as QB3 behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and Missing Work Insurance Company. Acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 a.m. The following program may not be suitable for children.
Hold on to your butts.
As the sun sets over Slabtown, in the shadows of the Fremont Bridge, a club comes to life where you can let your freak flag fly.
There's a new fiesta in the making as we speak. Full kegs. Everybody's gonna be there. You ought to go.
The only thing that's off limits are the words you can't say thanks to the FCC.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my. That's 50% stupid.
Expired. Shane Falco, so Malcho.
Okay. Yeah.
Space Force.
Kick the ball, you little bitch.
They're always upset. You've made it.
Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
Mac and cheese.
Who
To take a guy that won't be ready to play for at least 4 years.
Nice to have you along. That was Suk burping.
Happens from time to time.
Past shows.
Look, carbonation.
Point of order here. Rob
Yes.
told me
Point of
today during a recording session, we were recording an advertisement. He was telling me that his burps are fake. Do we believe that?
I've told you that before. I don't burp.
He took a sip of his water, he burped, and I said, well, that sounded just like your Rop Drop burp. And he goes, oh, well, that was fake. And I'm like, why would you fake burp?
You know,
because I can't burp.
Fake news.
You can't burp?
No.
Then
I've
why
told
fake
you
burp?
that. Would you listen to anything I ever say?
Not really.
Fake. It's fake news. Not really. Touche.
Well, clearly you don't.
Like talking to your spouse or
Totally.
you don't listen to a word I'm saying.
Ron, are you paying attention?
Nope. This pertains to all of us.
Were you listening to the dude's story?
Okay. Now to Taylor Swift talk.
to the important stuff.
Enough about me.
Tease swizzle.
Taylor Swift. Not to be confused with Taylor Sweat.
Is there a Taylor Sweat? I'm sure there is.
No, it's Taylor Sheesh. Sorry. Taylor Sheesh is a male Taylor Swift
Who the hell is
impersonator.
Taylor Sheesh?
He's a male Taylor Swift impersonator.
Oh.
I see.
Because I was okay. So what I googled,
Is he?
Like a Taylor Swift tribute band kind of a deal?
Yeah.
He's like Filipino.
but he's a dude. Yeah, he's a drag queen. He does Taylor.
But wouldn't-
His name's Taylor Sheesh.
Yeah. Look, wouldn't you?
She, baby.
Are you allowed to?
What?
Like if you're white, like if I went drag queen, I can't go blackface and like impersonate
Black,
like
please,
Missy
thank you.
Elliott. I'm trying to, or Lizzo. I can't. Is it weird that you got someone that's doing whiteface and is doing Taylor Swift as Taylor Sheesh?
I mean,
It's a little weird.
I'll leave that up to you. It doesn't bother me, but because I'm white, so I guess I get to comment on this.
I guess.
I'm not offended.
All right. I can see somewhat of a resemblance, I guess. Maybe. It's kind of like if you woke up with a Taylor Swift nightmare, it'd be Taylor Sheesh staring at you. Got some dead eyes.
So I Googled who is the male equivalent of Taylor Swift. And I don't think there is one.
That is.
Do you think there is one? By the way, if you don't know, or you didn't hear the start of our program,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged to wed. No more swiping right.
No.
They will now share a lifetime of thermostat arguments.
Can I ask, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, are you in a little bit of a kind of paradox here in that you're obsessed with Taylor Swift, so you want her to live happily ever after. But if she's happily ever after, what the hell is she going to write about? Like her entire music catalog is about like heartbreak and then falling in love and then heartbreak and falling in love and Picture to Burn and You're Doing Wrong and Love Story and all this. You can't write good music when you're happy. That's not what makes great albums.
Don't you think that all the greats, not unlike athletes, they just find beef? You know,
Yeah.
she'll find something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's something to keep an eye
Like
on.
the
there.
greats.
Is this the end of Taylor?
Dude.
What happened when Whitney Houston married Bobby Brown? Huh?
Oh, come on.
Downhill. Whitney Houston was enormous. She marries Bobby Brown, guy from the wrong side of the tracks. Next thing you know, bunch of nose candy, and now she's dead in a bathtub.
Wait, what's Tay-Tay going to become married to Travis Kelce? Are you saying that?
Who knows? Just saying.
She becomes like what, a country rube who just gets knocked up and starts a cooking show or something?
I could see that. She's got $1 billion. She just like makes sourdough on TV. I think at this point she can do whatever the hell she wants.
But seriously, is there a male equivalent to her?
Michael Jackson. But he's dead. But it was Michael.
Yeah, but he was a criminal.
Alleged? Yeah,
No, get out of here with that.
Yes, okay.
She is...
Stop.
She's golden.
Stop. Yes, I need to go
Give him hot milk. We have little cookies.
Gross.
I hate that drop so
It's
much.
just so...
Well, it might be the worst on the board.
What do you say we play it again, guys?
Give him hot milk. We have little cookies.
It's me, Petey the Peppy Penis.
It's the worst drop we have. It's so bad. It's just so bad. All right.
I'm gay.
Pre-diddling, Michael Jackson was bigger than Taylor Swift. That's.
But I don't think he's a male equivalent because he's a bad. Like Taylor Swift is the whole. You can't do that.
I can.
No, you can't.
Before bad, like during like Thriller.
I'm not gonna allow it.
And then bad.
No.
He didn't have those.
But he was.
He wasn't.
Yes,
he was just a sweet, innocent young man that enjoyed chimpanzees. He was dating
Get out of here.
He was dating Madonna. No, dude, stop it.
That was all
Michael Jackson.
No, you stop it. That was all a ruse.
Michael Jackson.
No.
Well, we didn't know Bill Cosby was raping people at the time.
Bill Cosby pre-rapes. That's a good one.
Michael, the closest thing to Taylor Swift is pre-accusation milk and cookies. And Michael Jackson was bigger.
I think
than Taylor Swift.
what you're saying is closest thing in terms of popularity. That I'll give you. I am saying who is the male equivalent. I'm asking who is the male equivalent of Taylor Swift? And Taylor Swift is the whole package. She has little girls all over the world eating out of the palm of her hand. She seems by all indications the genuine article. Very sweet, very nice, educated. Like, there's nothing wrong with her at all. Except maybe a bruise on her leg or something. I don't know.
Michael was that way?
No, he was not.
It got
never was.
Weird.
Once a pedophile, always a pedophile.
Before they lit his hair on fire, Michael was bigger.
Again, I'm not talking about bigger.
It was the total package. He was.
Yes, but he was a pedophile.
He wasn't at the time.
Are you saying Tay-Tay? Ooh,
Boy,
I better be careful.
Yeah, don't. Ooh, ew.
Because what if?
Those freak offs? Oh my God.
What if?
Epstein, like the Epstein file gets rid.
Dude, you just blew my mind. If if we can be like Bill Cosby was the most shocking of all of them. Michael Jackson was a weirdo.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby is like, what?
Yeah.
What if Taylor Swift?
Oh my God. Like this whole time, like we think that they haven't released the Epstein files because they're protecting Clinton and Trump. What if the Epstein file is protecting Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift was just on the plane.
She was Giselle.
Travis Kelce's about to have his world rocked by the bombshell that Tay-Tay was on the train.
Like,
or he was there too, and that's how they met.
They met on the island. Like,
gross.
Dude,
and I said Giselle.
Although I think they met after he was dead. So.
What's Ghislaine? She was the
Maxwell.
original Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, the world would explode. No one could handle it. No, she is a unique entity. It's entered weird like Elvis, the Beatles, Beyonce. Beyonce would certainly be in that realm. I think Beyonce was Taylor Swift before. Dude, the Beehive and Beyonce, that's a big effing deal. In fact, I think Beyonce still might be the highest female-selling artist of all time. Madonna, I think she's just the next version of this, and you can decide which one's bigger. But we've seen these global icons, and it's like each one has their run. And this is we're living right now in the Taylor Swift, the eras. I mean, this is her. Yeah. Now, can she hold on to it? Because I'll say, Michael held on to it even with the accusations, Michael held on to it for a long time, and then he just got so weird we couldn't do it anymore.
Well, I feel like she will always hold on to it because I just don't think there's
something may not take her
anything
down.
she can do that will piss off her fans. Like, dude, this is why I'm saying there's really no one like her.
Yeah.
And you can say Madonna. No. Nobody is like this woman in how she has captivated mainly the young female audience.
And this is the interesting part. Like, we're getting hit. Someone said, shut up, Sook. Don't even try to compare Taylor to the Beatles. Jesus, dude, you have no decency. Look.
But again, you're going back to popularity.
This is what I'm saying. Popularity. And you can. This is why, like, it becomes weird. The Beatles are arguably the most influential group of all time. Beatlemania, and they influenced everybody. There won't be another Beatles. Same thing with, like, Zeppelin. They came along. But when you're talking about popularity and you're talking about worldwide phenomenon, there's only been a handful of people that have done this. And I do think you start with Elvis, and then it goes to the Beatles. And then, like, because there's been
Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis was probably the first one.
Dude, you want to talk about a male, but he was.
Well, again, he had some stuff, but you know, he married a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
But Elvis was the first. And then Elvis gave way to the Beatles. And then if you want to say even someone like Bob Dylan, who was maybe the greatest singer-songwriter of our time, but Bob Dylan didn't have the sheer pull of a worldwide just anything they did. And then you could say that Michael, I think Madonna had that, I think Beyonce had it, and I think Taylor Swift has it. So no one's saying that Taylor Swift's music is as important as the Beatles, but she writes her own music, she sells more than anyone else, and she just finished the biggest tour in the history of the world.
Yeah.
So you cannot like that comparison, but if you're talking about the most influential and the most popular acts of all time, whether you like it or not, Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Madonna and Michael Jackson are in. Garth Brooks is another one.
Yeah.
And country music guys will crap on Garth Brooks because he doesn't write his own stuff, and they say he's, whatever, he's not true country.
But the draw he had was undeniable.
Garth Brooks
cultural impact.
Yes.
This is what I'm talking about. And I just don't, and yes, it is fair to compare her to the Beatles because, see, if you're saying get out of here with the Beatles comparisons, I just think you're biased. And I get that because she may not be your cup of tea. She probably isn't. You're probably a 55-year-old male.
Well, you might think their music is better, but were people like
cultural impact?
Were entire droves of people like setting up in the parking lot of Beatles concerts just to hear the music from outside, like they were for Taylor Swift?
I think they actually
were.
They?
I mean, but it achieved the same thing then at least.
Beatlemania was a thing, but in terms of just the word phenomenon, or just impact worldwide, she's right up there, man.
Yes.
I don't know how you couldn't compare her to the Beatles. And if you don't agree with that, you just need to get rid of your impartiality and go just read a little bit about what Taylor Swift has done to move an entire generation, and now almost multiple generations now, of people.
Yes.
It's amazing.
You cannot.
And there's just no equivalent.
You cannot like her. You cannot. And it can say it's not your style of music, but
maybe she is the one, like, perhaps you could say that she's the most, what would be the word, like commercially,
when it's all said and done, she's going to be there.
Most commercially relevant ever, right? Because like,
and this is in an era when no one buys albums, and she still just moves everything.
I just think she's just polished all of the rough edges of all the ones who came before her, and she's kind of taken it to another level.
Yeah. Again, when you just finished off the biggest tour in the history of music, that's if that's not a dunk on, like, you're saying that someone's is a hack, like you don't like it, and then like Michael Jordan, before 91, he's a great scorer, but he's not a team player. Well, guess what? Michael just won 3 rings in a row, and that kind of shuts everyone up. You may not like it. She just grossed $1 billion 2 straight years with the biggest tour of all time. That kind of dunks on everybody.
I'll tell you what, Elvis is the best. So I was asking the question, who is the male equivalent of Taylor Swift? Elvis is a great comp I think probably the closest, but again, I'm going to put him in the Michael category in the end because it turns out there was some stuff. And Tay-Tay just doesn't, at least that we know of, she doesn't have any of that.
According to Billboard, and they're saying successful, and Taylor still has a long way to go.
How old is she?
I think she's 30. She's like 30, 31.
35.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Boy, I didn't.
35.
Okay.
Born in
35.
1989.
So she's got a little ways to go, right? Seemingly, if she wants to.
See, they're going to pop out a kid soon.
I would think so. That, according to Billboard, the most successful artist of all time, Taylor Swift already comes in at number 7.
Yeah. And by the way, her next album, you're talking about what she's going to write about? She's going to write about her kid.
And it'll sell a
It'll be called like
yes.
It'll be called like Lullabies by Fireflies or something like that.
I think you just named Taylor Swift's new album. That's amazing.
She doesn't, and the people that she trails, it's all the people that we just got done mentioning.
She'll be on the top of that list before it's all said and done.
Probably.
All right, I've got the official Super Bowl 60 halftime show odds.
Come on, Metallica.
Who will it be? Next on The Fan.
Seahawks football is on The Fan.
Quick toss to JSN and a throw to the far side by Charbonnet. Turns up the far sidelines across midfield inside the
here, guys.
Well,
Stand
Buck,
by.
Buck was an insensitive jerk.
No, I wasn't. I was curious. I was wondering if he was okay.
He was being really mean.
No, I wasn't.
He was making fun of it.
Nope, that's not what happened.
Well, I'm watching the Mets, and Gary Cohen, who does their play-by-play, has a he's got a big goiter thing on his face, and it's
Wait, that's Gary Cohen?
yeah, it's Gary Cohen. You know who Gary Cohen is?
I thought it was Steve Gelbs. Is it Gary Cohen?
No, it's Gary Cohen.
I actually did not know who Gary Cohen. I've heard the name.
Yeah.
But that's Gary Cohen?
That's Gary Cohen. He does it with Keith Hernandez and Ron Darley. And then, like, the studio show, we get some, Todd Zeal, who I can't stand. Anywho, yeah, Cohen, for the last handful of years, he's got a big...
Guess his age.
He's got to be in he's 60-something, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's 67.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good.
They've been doing it forever. Yeah, he's got I don't know. They don't really talk about it, but it has gotten bigger. And it's just like it's some sort of benign goiter growth thingy. And Buck was being a real jerk about it.
Not how it happened.
Yeah, he was just asking about it. I didn't even notice it until he pointed it out.
Yeah.
Pointing out people's flaws right and left.
Well, it is
Have you
weird
been to this show?
when you see that. You would think that it would be removed, but I think the idea, and like he doesn't really address it, but like, you know, when it's attached to something to your face and you're you know, it's your job to be a broadcaster. I don't know if you want to go digging around in your face. So he just has to deal with a bit of a lump.
Yeah, Joe Buck's old vocal cord surgery almost ended his career, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the most insane stories is that Joe Buck getting hair plugs took him out. You imagine? Like you're on the verge of one of the biggest broadcasting careers ever, and your voice goes away because of hair plugs.
So I have the Super Bowl 60 halftime show odds. Remember we were talking about this the other day?
Yeah.
That perhaps Taylor Swift was tossing out a few Easter eggs.
Well, and like Lars, the Metallica drummer, said on the Howard Stern show that they are interested because it's in their hometown. It's in San Francisco.
I'm interested too.
And Metallica wanted to do it a number of years ago, and the NFL deemed them too heavy. And so
could I maybe? I'm not heavy. Maybe I could.
Yeah.
You think I could
slide in there? You doing like a Christopher Cross sort of thing? The promotion for the show now with the FM move, it'd be enormous for us. I mean, come on.
It would be big.
Yeah.
Well, here are the odds, and I'm going to start all the way at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give you every band or act on here because, well, there's a lot of them.
Sure.
But we'll roll all the way up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if you agree. Okay. And see where you put your money. By the way, you still haven't answered the question about the $800 million sports bet.
Oh yeah.
You need to get. Well, I'll put that in my notes for tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to do some digging because that's kind of
a big question.
Well, you know where I want to go.
I feel like we should do that every week.
I want to lay. I want to lay the 43. BYU is going to beat Portland State by 70 points.
You heard it. There's Suk's stone cold lock.
Well, now you
BYU laying 43.
No, I got to take a look.
Come back tomorrow. We'll do an $800 million sports bet segment.
Yeah. That's a lot of units, by the way.
A lot of units.
So,
light your money on fire for the band that is 150 to 1 to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Tool. You are lighting your money on fire if you place that bet. Tool will not be the band that plays the Super Bowl halftime show.
No, but that'd be fun. I'd like to see Tool, but that's you have as good a chance to play.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, if Tool's, if they're considering Tool, maybe I should call them up. Can you play any instruments? No.
Maybe do a spoken.
I can dance a little.
Do a spoken word. God, I would give anything to see you dance.
I'll write a poem.
Yeah.
Rob's interpretive dance at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Dude.
That would be amazing.
So I'll fast forward to the 33 to 1s and better.
Okay.
You got the Killers and Harry Styles, Foo Fighters at 33 to 1.
If you wanted a safer version of Metallica, the Foo Fighters would work. Although Dave's going through a little bit of controversy because he had the kid out of wedlock.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to touch him this year.
So Dave's having to take some. Dave's having to sit a few plays out.
He's being smart too because somebody asked me the other day, like, "Hey, whatever happened with that Dave Grohl thing?" And well, I think Dave's playing it right, and we don't know.
The nice guy image kind of got popped a little bit, so Dave's just kind of hanging out for a bit and just letting that one. Trying to get the wife to be okay with that.
I don't know if he's big enough, but a lot of people are saying this guy's pretty good.
What do you got?
Benson Boone, 33-1.
Yeah, I know he's a huge deal, but I think you got to be a little more established, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Although he's dreamy and he does backflips and he's shirtless.
But I don't think he's appealing enough to the masses in whole.
I agree. And I think it does matter, too, where the game is played. So this one's in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Isn't he more of a Southern country act, or am I wrong about that?
I don't.
Am I?
I feel like he's more kind of.
Yeah, he's not country.
Like,
he's not?
Like kind of pop rock?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But I'm not a. I just know him because he my gal listens to him and he roller skates with flames coming out, and again he's shirtless.
Flames coming out of what?
He flips off of pianos and I don't know. He does a bunch of acrobatic
he's like a
visual stuff.
It's like a David Lee Roth.
Hey, your girl Pink's on here at 28-1.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Now
she's great.
She's not what she used to be.
Well, she won't get it.
But her live shows are insane.
Yeah,
if you wanted to say who would do the best halftime performance, like putting it all together, have you ever seen her live?
No.
Dude, it's stupid.
I've seen clips though.
Dude, she does aerials and it's a whole thing. She puts on a freaking show, and I love her.
Let's see. Lincoln Park. I mean, come on.
Lincoln Park.
Yeah. Okay.
They have a new female singer and everyone's rebelling against it.
Olivia Rodrigo, 20-1.
Okay.
Do anything for you?
No, but I understand why people would be into that.
How about?
I think more like a Billie Eilish.
She is on the. I saw her. Yeah, she's. I'll get to her. Okay, so I'm just cruising down the list. I'm skipping over some here. Drake and Post Malone. So Drake is 18-1. Post Malone's not a bad bet.
No, Posty's not a bad bet.
That's 16-1.
Dude, there's some value there because Post Malone's a big deal. He appeals to a wide group of people.
Is the Super Bowl in Dallas anytime soon? Because he's from Dallas.
Yeah, he's a Dallas guy. He's a big Cowboys fan.
I think his dad runs the concessions at Cowboy Stadium.
I could see him doing a Dallas Super Bowl.
Wouldn't it be something, though, because Kendrick Lamar did the halftime show and called Drake a pedophile in front of 130 million people, and then you bring out Drake the next year?
Wait, that was last year?
That was last year. Kendrick Lamar did it, and he did
with
the
his
halftime
bell
show.
bottoms?
And, yeah, he did the A minor line while Serena Williams, the ex of Drake, crip walked on his grave.
So you got some others on here: Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, Lady Gaga.
And no, it's San Francisco this year, and then it's at the SoFi, and then it's in Atlanta.
Okay. Chapel Roan, Cardi B, Bad Bunny, no doubt, Ed Sheeran.
You know what? I'm surprised Ed hasn't done it yet.
He's a big deal.
He's a big deal.
14-1.
Yeah.
Not a bad bet.
You know what? That may not be a bad bet. That dude, you may not realize it if that's not your cup of tea. Ed has one of the biggest tours every single year and plays all over the world. And remember, with Coldplay or whatever, the NFL likes to get someone that's going to rope in people other than NFL fans. And Ed might do that.
Yeah, 14-1, not a bad bet there. And then here's Metallica.
Yeah.
12-1.
Well, they are having discussions. I mean, Lars said it. They're trying to talk to people. They want it. They want it in their hometown. And it's probably their last chance to play it. I mean, those guys are getting up there. This would be... I mean, and they're the great American rock band.
Hey, maybe not a bad little insider bet there.
Yeah, a little something there.
Little insider knowledge.
A little something.
Jay-Z is also 12-1. I thought he would be closer to the top. Then you have Charlie XCX, 12-1. Billie Eilish, 12-1. Oasis is 10-1.
Oh.
Miley Cyrus, 10-1. That's a good one.
Dude, Miley.
Is she hot right now?
I think Miley's just big.
She's huge.
Really?
She would. And
she's
the sort that would bring the house down.
I think she's sort of polishing everything up too, isn't she?
Yeah,
isn't she kind of becoming a classy older lady now?
Yeah. She's kind of gone through all the different phases. Miley's getting ready to settle into the I'm just a big deal.
I'm just really good.
I'm just really good.
Mariah Carey, 10-1.
She can't sing.
No way.
She can't sing anymore.
Sabrina Carpenter, 8-1. Again, these are the Super Bowl halftime show odds.
She's really hot right now. She might be a little too sexual for the NFL.
She's going to be on Taylor Swift's new album.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe you get a double dip. You get 2 for 1.
Oh
my God.
Dua Lipa, 7-1.
Can I state for the record, as Pink ages into my old ladies that I'd like to party with, allow me to introduce a new one, Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa's got it going on.
Boutros Ghali. That is top shelf from 61 out, splitting the uprights. Woo!
And number one by a long ways at 1-1, even odds. Taylor Swift.
Dude.
Sorry, Metallica.
Yeah, well, trust me. Metallica is my favorite band of all time. Metallica could agree to do it, and then at the last minute, if Taylor Swift was like, yeah, I want to do it, the NFL would be like, get.
Well,
yeah.
Still, though, maybe some value on Metallica,
Yeah.
12-1, if Tay-Tay doesn't do it.
Wouldn't it be something, though? Travis Kelce plays his last game in the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chefs, and Taylor Swift is doing the halftime.
Yeah. Be cute.
And Travis Kelce comes out at the half, out of the locker room, and joins her on stage in Pats. The world explodes.
Can I vote against that? Can I downvote that? I don't think the show needs him.
Well, he did some stuff on the Eras tour where he came out like in a tux and carried her around.
Yeah. He's got to suck up to the little girls who don't like him.
Well, I don't think Andy Reid would like it, but him coming out at halftime and carrying her on stage in his she's in a cheerleader outfit, he's in his little hutch pads.
Can we please get an Andy Reid performance with Taylor at the Super Bowl? That's what I want. Get Big Red out there.
P1 Scott says, San Francisco, doesn't that scream the return of Huey Lewis in the news?
Yeah.
Clearly.
Damn right it does, P1 Scott.
Just know this, no matter what the halftime show is, because I don't think he's on social media anymore. I think he decided he had enough of it. But I promise you, at some point during the halftime show, my old man will say out loud to someone, can we just go back to a marching band? At some point, it will be uttered every year.
Marching band.
Put it down.
How many people in America want a marching band?
At least one.
John Suchan, the old senior John Sucanic somewhere during every halftime show that has ever happened has been like, this is ridiculous. Can we just get a marching band back out there? Where's the Ohio State marching band dotting the I?
There is a lot of gyrating.
Yes.
Jason.
It's too much gyrating for him. He's an old conservative judge. It's too much. He can't handle it. He's come too far to arrive at these political compromises.
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises.
You just get a damn marching band for once for my old man. All the olds out there that are like, oh my God, this is what we've been waiting for.
Good luck to me.
Deal has a good text. What if they do the wedding at halftime?
Even better.
They get married. Dude, the TVs would explode.
Get married in front of America?
One ring to rule them all. Lord of the Rings. Gollum comes out. Let's go.
I'm talking to America here.
Well, my money's on corn, guys.
Ooh, Freak on a Leash?
Is corn still a thing? Where's Limp Bizkit?
They were on the list.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, I told you that.
Missed it.
Were they in the 150 to 1 range?
No, they were. Oh no, sorry, that was Lincoln Park.
Dude, kids today will not appreciate.
Sorry to all you Lincoln Park fans.
The amount of buzz that Limp Bizkit at one point.
We did it all for the nookie, man.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What?
Yeah! Can we please cut Buck doing the rolling?
Yeah, we can.
Somebody might have been a Limp Bizkit fan.
Oh yeah, that was like 8th grade freshman year. That was right in my wheelhouse.
Yes.
Come on.
All right, we gotta go. We got to break. We will wait. Are we going to Sports Center here?
We are because we're late.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Here is Buck with a great sports snort.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, the Mariners just getting started against the Padres. It is top of the first. Padres do have a man in scoring position with nobody out. The Astros, meanwhile, are trailing the Colorado Rockies. It is 6-1 in the bottom of the 5th. An Astros loss would help the Mariners, who are a game and a half back in the division. Meanwhile, cut down day in the NFL. Among the notable Seahawks cuts to get to 53 are veteran receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling, linebacker Patrick O'Connell, and former Oregon State running back Damian Martinez. Meanwhile, the Browns keeping Shadur Sanders on their 53-man roster. He will start the season as QB3 behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy. He's at warrenallen.com.
The home of Ducks Game Day.
Something like
How
that.
have we been in this building?
Well, we came right
About
at the end of
3
COVID,
years.
so it's been three and a half years.
So
something
it's
like that.
it's still a newer wall, but it's growing. I just now noticed that Benson Boone is on there.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
did
you
a
didn't pay
whole
attention to that, huh?
doodle on there,
Yeah.
He basically doodled his own face.
like a self-portrait.
and
it's
then
kinda
wrote
weird.
Benson Boone. And by the way, of all the people that have signed that wall, and many of them famous,
He's by far the biggest.
his is the best one.
Yeah.
And he's the biggest.
Dude, he's an artist too.
Yes. It's a fun little like a
bit.
character. What do they call it? Like a
Caricature.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. And he's dreamy.
So when was he in here?
Couldn't tell you, dude.
And what did he do?
He was one of the first people to sign the wall, so he was in here before he started winning Grammys and Golden Globes and stuff. Or not Golden Globes.
He's not coming in here now to perform, all right? That was like...
That's why it was weird is like, wait, we had Benson Boone in here?
You know, I don't know if you remember, but Taylor Swift
Swift was here.
came in and played at the old studio in front of probably 45 people.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
So did Carrie Underwood. Oh, I will say, can I just say what happened?
I can't.
Just shut up. So Suk was in here watching the stupid Mets. I don't know why he watches them, but he does. And he was like, he said to me during the break,
Shut up.
No, he didn't tell me to shut up. He said, Ryan Helsley, I hate him more than any other baseball player on the Mets.
Ooh.
That's what he said.
In baseball, in all of baseball.
And Helsley, like right on cue, just gave up a 2-run home run to
Harrison Bader
of the Phillies to tie the game 5-5 in the 8th, which I got to give you more credit. You called that like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
When the Mets were up 5-2.
Yeah. So it went 5-3, and then he walked the first. He got an out, and then he walked, I think, Castellanos, and after being up like 1-2 in the count, and I'm like, oh, guaranteed. Way to walk the potential tying run. Cool. Here it comes. Home run. Sure enough, freaking home run. I hate him.
Yeah, he's not been good for you.
I can't.
By the way, Benson Boone from Monroe, Washington. Did you know that? I was thinking he was like a country actor.
And I don't care. I'm broken.
It's like northeast of Seattle.
Well, it's good that you're broken because we have to break.
Yeah, we have to go. All right, we got to wrap it up next on The Fan.
Dirt and Sprague. Dirt and Sprague.
Is the NFC open?